Last shot! Welcome back to Polymorphed D&D. Alright, so
insert intro.
Language switch.
No.
Right.
I like Swedish.
No.
Swedish. Okay.
Men non.
Deutsch.
Nein.
Español.
No. Niet. Alright. Recap of what happened last time. The party started off in the manor house of Adrian Duran, a strange nobleman in Stromwick. Storm was already taken out from the previous session, and the remaining 3 members of the party were looking around in the house, sticking together for the time being anyway. Eventually, Mr. Duran sought them out and asked for help with the moving of a statue. Help to which Jaxson volunteered. Being separated from the rest, he soon found himself stabbed in the back, just like Storm. Fritz and Dara continued to look around, exploring the upper floors, before starting to suspect that something was amiss, as their 2 companions, co-workers, were nowhere to be seen. They asked Mr. Duran about this, and he led them to the basement, where he claimed that Jaxson, who had hurt himself during the move, was being treated for his injury. Not falling for the trick, however, they refused, and instead went to look for Storm in the study on the 2nd floor. However, as they made their way in there, I believe it was Fritz who found himself getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Being of a more tough type than some of his co-workers, Fritz could resist the stab, and a battle ensued, which eventually resulted in the capture of both Fritz and Dara, regardless. Sometime later, they woke up in the basement, like cages, with torture tools nearby. Bad news, essentially. Storm, being the sneaky boy he is, with the help of his thieves' tools that Florp had brought him, managed to pick the lock and escape from his cage, but Mr. Duran appeared right at that moment, so instead, Storm used the opportunity to ambush said captor, and more chaos happened as Fritz started bashing his way through his cage and breaking out, and Jaxson kicked the bars to his without any success for quite some time. Dara blasting her cage and then eventually getting help from Fritz as well. And I believe Jaxson was the one who managed to kill Mr. Duran at the end of this battle by impaling him through his entire body in a very gruesome manner.
Fatality.
And with that, we ended the last session. So,
Dara is unconscious, by the way. So you know.
Right. The group of you are inside this dark basement. What do you do?
I go to Dara and use my magic touch.
Oh, touch that.
Right, so you healed yourself before the rest,
yes.
So that's back. Alright, so you just move up to Dara, you put your hands on her, and this energy flows through, healing her for 3 hit points.
No, 4.
Oh! Sorry, you're level 4. So you are back up. You kind of start awake, and you're back. Your eyes quickly adjust to this darkness, and
Did we win?
He be dead.
Easy.
Now we got a
You
mansion
didn't
for
do shit.
ourselves.
You just.
Are you serious? I did everything. You wouldn't. No.
Yes, because I suppose Florp didn't do anything to make sure you got out of that cage.
You know, sure, he might have helped us. So, we get a mansion. Now we need to find Tornado.
Right, this is our mansion now.
Yup.
Fuck him.
That's not how mansion owning works.
Yes, it
We
does.
just find his testament and we write our names in it.
That's
Yes,
Perfect.
And you expect him to have one? Last will?
Well, we can make one.
Yes, when you want to forge something to get
Someone
that
find a piece of paper, right? Or not?
Does anyone have a forager's kit?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, if we just find the keys, no one will ask us why we unlocked a door to a mansion.
I mean, I think they're going to question us if they suddenly find out that, where's that nice owner in this mansion? And why are there other people
Why
there?
did you lads kill him, by the way?
Oh,
That was pretty fucking
I wanted to throw him in a cage, but I was caught in the moment, so I just
No,
fucked him
I
up.
caught
So
in
I
the
felt
moment to killing a person.
You know, I do agree with Storm on this one. He did have valuable information that we could have
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, first of all, where is Tornado?
Yeah!
Oh yeah, well, that's kind of a good point, but he might have killed us if we didn't kill him.
Where is his gold? Because he's posh. Where is... I don't think he knew anything about pilfering.
No, he said he didn't know
yeah.
anything. He fooled us.
Yeah. Well, we could have used him to
To do what?
acquire this mansion. For our
It's our son.
Well, the big question is, where is your little fellow?
Finders.
search for him in this freaking mansion. And
Yep.
Dar will summon up Florp to help him with the slave.
Florps out of it.
Florp's
Thin
out of
air
existence.
And, just flies over and lands on Storm's shoulder.
What is this?
That is a shelf.
Oh shit.
With what in it?
Mostly empty.
Mostly.
There are basically just some old bottles that seem to be empty, some broken tools.
Yeah, I'm just gonna search for floor for a tornado.
Right.
Does she
So you're kind of just pacing around in this room.
Yeah, I'm
Looking around,
kind
kinda.
of their rooms also.
Yeah, but you just walk around a bit. What is this? Yeah, nothing. You keep going up. I do it.
No. 8.
Sure.
should I roll one perception for Florp?
Technically, you know what? Do it on advantage. It's the floor.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! 10!
Alright, Florp is kind of alerting you to some things that you've missed, like doors and things that you're just walking past.
Oh, that's a
But
vase. That's
You
a
just
bowl.
make your way through this place and you don't find anything. So I guess you return back down after you're done. The rest of you?
I go and check those bottles out on the where
The torturer's
yeah.
bench, basically. Yeah, alright. You go over and you check these bottles. You get the sense that these are of the acidic nature.
Hey.
There are about 6 bottles, all kind of the same size.
How big?
Kind of, like that, maybe. They're smaller vial-esque bottles.
How many can I fit in my backpack?
You
Too many.
could fit all of them, because I don't think you have that much in
No,
there.
I'm gonna take them all.
Yep, so you collect them. You're pretty sure that this could do some serious damage to a person if it were to leak out. Since it was used for torturing, you're not sure if it's strong enough to kill someone, but it could hurt them, like frying
Fun
the
stuff.
skin and stuff. So yeah.
Now I have torture too. Nice.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Did you say there were like bathtubs or things like that in this house, or?
There is what is basically a bathroom. So yeah, there is a bathtub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bath.
Dara's going to clean her clothes and take a bath because she has been sleeping on a dirty cellar floor and she has been stabbed multiple times.
Sure. So the bathtub thing seems to be connected to some part outside where you can kind of turn the tap and it will fill it with water. The filling mechanism does not seem to be connected to the sewer system, so it's not that advanced, but it seems to have some sort of reserve of water that you can kind of activate with the taps. So you want to clean your clothes and stuff, or what?
Clean and wash herself, you know.
Right. Yeah. So you spend some time.
It was a year ago.
Yeah, at first you kind of just waste a bunch of water because you don't really understand how the sewer system works because you're not familiar with it, and then you realize that, oh, there's a drain here, you gotta plug that up before you can fill the bathtub. You have to look around a bit and you find this kind of a cork thing that you can just push in there. And then it fills up and you can use it. If you use the toilet, you can actually flush so that it opens and it just falls down into what you assume to be the sewer system.
Yeah. Dara's going to do that.
Yep.
Fritz, being a former slave, I am astonished by this accomplishment of human nature. So I wait for her to be done and try to replicate it.
The same procedure. I mean, the place where you lived, the lord of the land, he was pretty rich, but still he had nothing like this. You know, he didn't live in a big city or anything. So it's, you know, the countryside didn't have this fancy stuff. So it's very fascinating. You've never seen anything of the sort. You just kind of have to figure it out a bit. That's like, if I push this thing, this opens, and whatever is inside falls down, and there's water that just pours out of this thing. And how does this work? Where does it go? I don't know.
Oh my god!
You kind of figure out that it goes into the sharecropper's tract because you were told that all the bad stuff goes there sooner or later. So you kind of have this moment where you realize that this is going to land on a poor person's lot, basically. But then it's already too late, so, you know, it's gone, and it's going there, and who knows who's going to step in it, or how long it's going to be there. So, yeah, but it's very fascinating, and it does satisfy your curiosity.
It does satisfy my curiosity.
Yeah.
I guess I will go and try to explore the house because I didn't have the chance to do that.
Sure.
Because I
Yeah,
got stabbed.
investigation check.
Mainly the upper floor.
Sure.
Investigation 11.
Right. You kind of just discovered the last couple of rooms that you didn't see before. It's basically the direction that you were headed. I can't remember which ones you didn't see, but there is a master bedroom.
Upstairs.
Yeah. But it's because there are only 3 rooms that you hadn't visited. But basically, it was what Fritz and Dara was headed towards when they got attacked. There's a master bedroom, an office, and the office is connected to the library, just a smaller kind of home library with a
Which floor is this?
This is the upper floor.
Is there a floor above it?
No, this is the second
Okay.
floor. This is just a 2-story building plus a basement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there's a ground floor and the upper floor.
I check for secret doors.
Alright. In what room?
Wasn't there a room with like a weird cut out part?
Yes, there is.
I'm gonna try to check on those rooms. Like,
Yeah, there are 2 of them, and one of them is the one that the ladder to the basement was in.
yeah, the other room.
So the other one is on the upper floor. It's almost right above it.
Yeah,
So you just head up there. Give me an investigation check.
14.
Alright. You're kind of feeling the wall of this cutout part. But as you're doing that, you realize that there isn't a door here, but on the wall next to it, there is a secret door.
I open
You open it and it leads to a staircase. Following it down, you find that it leads to one of the rooms downstairs. It's just one of those like antechambers, one of these almost empty rooms. So it seems to be some hidden way to get to the upper or lower floor without using the main staircase.
boring.
Most likely what he used to ambush Dara and Fritz.
Most likely.
And Storm as well.
I guess I go and take a bath off
Sure.
Fritz.
Yep.
Because I need to be clean.
Uh,
It wasn't that long ago, but no. Gotta get.
when you fill the bathtub, it kind of just fills to like 3/4 of what it should be.
Yeah.
Then the water runs out in reserve. The toilet still works. The flushing is a bit less clean because there's less water left. But the stuff still disappears down the hole, you know, so it's fine. It's just, it doesn't clean up as nicely as it would if the water reserve was the whole.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
An awkward silence. Yes, Dara's going to go into... He said he had a personal office with a library in it.
There's an office that is connected to the library.
Great. I go into the library.
Sure. It's, as I said, it's like a smaller home library. It doesn't have like thousands of books or anything, but there's a decent collection.
It's like one bookcase, one shelf.
There's like a wall with books on it.
Sweet.
And then there's plenty of like reading space, kind of cozy little corners and things like that.
I just wanted to make sure the amount of books. Then I'm going to go into the office and make a quick investigation check for, let's call it suspicious documentations, or,
Sure.
you know, just to make sure he doesn't have anything that might be valuable.
Youch.
6 in
Alright.
investigation.
So, you don't find anything suspicious. What you do gather from looking through the documents is that he is indeed the owner of this house, because there are letters addressed to him that have come to this location. You find some banknotes with quite a lot of money. However, it's all registered in his name, and as far as you're aware, the bank isn't just going to give it to anyone. There's probably going to be some required evidence of that you are this person, and worst case, they know who this person is, and you will get in trouble if you try to catch it.
Right.
But there are banknotes for several thousand gold.
So now Dara is, because she is a very nice person, she's going to take a lot of blank papers and try to replicate his handwriting
Right.
and signature.
Is this to do the, like, banknote thing? Because they have the sigil on the back. That is going to be very difficult to replicate. And you're going to need a forger's kit for that and roll very well.
I just thought if he had a signature or something like that. But if it's a sigil...
There is, but it's not going to be able to forge any of the important documents because they have like sigils from the actual bank and things like that.
Got it.
He seems to be keeping his money with a golden oak banking company, by the way.
Yeah, they always do. Well, then I do not do that.
I will do a thing we're very bad at. I loot him.
Good!
So...
I was wondering if you were going to forget about that.
I always thought you had looted him.
No, we ended it right as we killed him.
That was why we didn't do that, I suppose.
You head back down to the place where you killed him. What you find is not a lot of money, only 4 silver and 18 copper. Right. Seems to be basically pocket change.
Yeah, that can still be there.
There is a nice short sword, the one he used to try to kill you and such. You reckon that it's worth more than the average short sword? It's not. It doesn't seem to you as if it's magical, but it's
fancy.
Of a nice design. It has kind of the silver hilt with almost like a wave-shaped cross guard. And, it looks really nice. You also find a ring of keys. There are 4 keys that you think go to the cages. And there's one more key. There are 2 more keys, actually. But you don't know what they lead to. And lastly, there is this small crystal orb.
Ooh.
It seems to kind of have this swirling energy within. And it's been wrapped inside a small handkerchief, basically.
I cannot figure out... You don't have the spell, I suppose. No.
I don't have identifying that.
Still
Do you do anything with the orb?
I take it.
Do you touch the orb?
Yes.
When you do, your vision goes black for a second, and instead of seeing through your eyes, you can see almost like a bird's eye view inside every room of this house. And there's one room that you haven't been to.
And there's tornado.
It's hard to see. But it seems to be almost an armory. There's a lot of equipment, a lot of weapons. There are smaller cages. You also see a number of animals that have been stuffed.
What the fuck?
Let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
Additionally, you also find a note on his body that has some basically a to-do schedule thing for the day. It's been stained with blood, so it's difficult to see all of it. It does mention something about a taxidermist.
About a what?
Taxidermist. People that skin animals and turn them into statues. Basically.
Yeah, great.
Or not statues, but you know what I mean. Basically posing dead animals.
Yep.
You also see that he was supposed to visit the bank and a few other mundane tasks.
Fuck. I walk up to the others.
Hello there.
Lads, there is one more room we haven't found. What's this orb? I hold in the anchor ship and ask them to touch it.
I touch.
The orb.
Yeah, when I hold the anchor ship.
I touch the people.
So basically you figure out that as long as you don't come into direct contact with it, it doesn't flash. But yeah, you also connect with this. You get the same vision. You see the same things.
Where is
every room of this house?
Where is the armory?
Right. So since you've been in the entire house, you quickly begin to realize like the pattern that you can kind of go from one room to the next in an ordered manner, and so you manage to figure out that it has to be connected to the artist's studio on the upper floor. Basically the room that, had some workbenches and things for sculpting and such. And so you managed to go together. Knowing where the door should be, you can quickly find it. It does seem to be locked.
It's locked, dude. Oh, you got some keys!
Pull out the keys and one of them works.
That's neat.
Unlocks the door.
It's dark, so you can see shit.
It is dark.
Fuck.
But there are torches on the wall that you can light. You just light that, and you see a cage on a table with a small lizard, seemingly weak and tired, but alive.
Woo!
Stuffed. No.
Great.
The same cannot be said for the other animals.
Oh.
They've been dead.
What animals?
There's like a fox, some 3 types of birds, a cat, like a regular house cat. And that's about it.
Interesting.
He's not beginning with the collection,
Does the keys work on this cage?
Or
do we see
others
others?
open?
Okay.
It just has this little latch thing which you just lift, and you can open and you can take out Tornado. He seems happy to see you, but he's almost a bit hurt.
This is so sad. He's gonna get effing shit.
I don't know if he's been drugged with something or what it is, but
Christ.
he's not feeling great.
Hopefully not poison. He'll be fine.
2 hours later.
You said it was an armory, so is there any equipment that stands out from the rest?
Nothing looks as fancy as his short sword, Stormfound. But there are plenty of kind of assassin's weapons. Most of it seems to be light weaponry, so there isn't really any long swords or great swords with glaives, if that's what you're looking for. There's some various types of light armor. But yeah, that's about it.
Is there helmets?
There are these kind of light leather-esque helmets.
So not dwarven made.
No dwarven plates.
But Storm really wanted that dwarven plate.
The axe.
And he even wanted the iron face mask he could just put on his
Face
nose.
plate, yeah. Glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a car sitting on your computer?
Yeah, Herbie.
Herbie.
You get Herbie.
Who the
Herbie?
fuck is-
I've had this for as long as I've had a computer.
Yeah. Haven't you seen the movie? Herbie.
Yeah,
Oh.
I said that. That's it.
It's always been on every computer I've had.
There's 5 of them. Every movies.
I never thought.
Are there 5 of those?
Now back to the stream.
Well, there's the Lindsay
What
Lohan
the
one.
hell?
That's probably the most interesting.
Herbie.
They're the OG ones.
Yeah.
Like the 60s or 70s.
Okay, lads, what do we do with this house? It is ours, but do we really want to be here?
I don't
What
know
time
how
is it?
long we can
Ish.
be here.
No.
It's
It's
It's hard
been
to see.
Is there no windows we can look through?
As you're kind of talking about this, Dara, you finally realize what it is that is missing. There are no windows.
Oh.
From the outside there were windows, but on the inside, no. None. All the walls are just completely windowless.
Boring house.
I see. So basically all the windows are just painted on the facade, right?
One way
Yeah.
windows.
What the hell?
Either that or there's something very fishy going on.
We can go out and open the door to save time.
Yeah, that should be a good idea.
Do we want to know the time?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that... Well, if we don't know the time, we don't know when we should leave, either.
Yeah, and if we can sleep or something without fucking up
Again,
our night schedule or sleep schedule.
I need a short list.
Well, we can take a long rest. Maybe.
What?
No, it's not that.
No.
You've only been awake for like an hour, or
Yeah.
an hour and a half, maybe, when all of you have taken your baths and stuff.
Yeah, considering we've been out for like at least like 8 hours.
I'ma chill in the cellar for 1
Fritz
hour,
wants
then
food.
we see what we do.
I want food too.
Yeah, you're getting a bit hungry.
But wait, there's nothing in the kitchen.
Oh no. We should head out and grab some food.
I'ma take a short rest first.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
think I should do that too.
Great. I go down
And
to
then
the
go
cellar
food.
and craft a ring from its body while I short rest.
Right,
From
you
his hand.
You start skinning him and
I give some
Turn him into
food
mush.
to Tornado. He can eat human. That is totally fine.
sure, yeah, he starts eating the remains of Adrian Duran.
I'm just waiting for the eventual reveal that Tornado is a baby dragon or something like that.
Or
So,
that
as
he
you're
has
spending
eaten.
time down there,
Check.
give me a perception check.
Oh crap, his ghost is here.
Is there any lights
Yeah.
there?
13?
Alright,
14, I mean.
okay, great. With a 14, you're down there. You're sitting kind of over here somewhere. Yep, because you died here. Yeah. And you start feeling as if there's some air coming from somewhere. A weak draft of air.
Oh. I moved the shelf.
Right. As you do, you kind of push this thing, and there is indeed an opening behind it. The draft of air, it's not really fresh air. It seems to smell quite badly.
There's a dragon breathing.
Almost as if it smelled of human refuse.
Rather.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. Could have been
I'll wait
corpses.
for that when I'm done with the short rest. Then I'll tell the others. You aren't down here, I guess.
No.
No.
Why would we short
So,
rest in
are
I need a
you-
potion while I...
Yeah. You're short resting, you're just waiting, taking it easy. You create a potion. Yeah.
Oh, you're right, I can roll.
That's alright. Don't forget to add your constitution.
Indeed.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Hey, yo, come down here, yo!
Okay.
The house is too big for you to hear. You're in the kitchen or something.
He's like, tornado, fetch.
Exactly.
You're not gonna hear anything. Tornado is being sent out. As you guys are kind of resting in the kitchen, brewing a potion, taking it easy. This little lizard just kind of comes half flying, half jumping on the ground, being tired and weak. Just kind of peeks through.
I guess we have to follow it.
Sure. It seems like Storm is trying to tell Tornado to
Just
do
stands in the door opening.
I walk towards him.
Yeah, he's just gonna climb onto you and sit on your shoulder and fall asleep.
So, where is Storm?
Weren't you down in the cellar last time I checked or something?
He's probably doing some weird shit to his body. He
Yeah,
likes
Oh, yeah, I
horror
knew
movies.
it. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've noticed.
We can
Remember
check
the
it out.
Balgora mask?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go down there.
Does everyone follow?
Yes.
So about around the time when the short rest is wrapped up and you finish doing your potion, you go down into the basement. You find Storm there, having moved this shelf, and there is an opening
Ooh.
leading to what seems like a natural cave.
He wants to.
He gets pretty friendly when he's tired and weak.
So he's always pretty tired and weak.
Yeah,
No,
he seems
not
pretty
the
friendly,
weak
though.
part, but he's pretty... Yeah, you can call him a friend. I don't think he...
Well, then he
cares
won't
for
have
that.
any luck on the scene.
Well, I don't think he cares for that. You see, his luck is pretty bad at the moment. Let's go through. Do you want to go... I'll go first.
Those of you with dark vision, you can see that this tunnel seems to split about 30 feet.
Split up. There's 2 ways.
Since when has splitting up ever been a good idea?
Well, everyone, he's dead now. No, we should
a
just...
torch and right or left, lads.
Right.
It
And
seems
the
like the
last-
bad smell is coming from the left side.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, let's go to the left side there.
Right, please.
Last call. Left it is.
Alright.
Bro.
So you start heading through
Darth
this
Yes,
tunnel
you
to the
know.
left. This cave keeps going for a while. Turns a bit back and forth until it seems to basically break through a wall that leads to this constructed tunnel with just a mess flowing through it. This just water mixed with human refuse.
I'm going back. I'm going back now.
This is definitely the sewer system.
Let's go to the right tunnel.
You can. I'm also going to say you
I
can
go
see
to
the
the
sunlight from the opening.
Yeah.
Just a few.
I'm not
feet
going
away.
to touch it.
There are ways to walk on the side. You don't have to walk through this goo.
Do we want to
Pathway.
keep going, or do we want to take the right tunnel first?
I think we want to go to the right.
I'm not going in there. Fuck that.
Fritz, right tunnel, or... Let's just go right tunnel.
We can take it right that one.
Alright, so you head back to the intersection and you go to the right.
Oh, I can breathe.
The air gets... I wouldn't say fresher, just not as bad smelling. It's still, you know, this
Works.
cellar-like smell, you know, of being closed, an enclosed space that has just been there for centuries. So
Damp.
yeah, it's damp, it's dank, it's
Unket.
yeah, the Swedish
Swedish
word,
word.
which means like
Dang.
Dang.
not really though.
More
It's
damp.
kinda, no, it's not that either. Damp is
It's
just
wet.
moist.
Yeah, wet fucking...
Yeah,
That's just like
disgusting.
a bad celery smell, kind of.
Isn't it kind of like something's gone bad, but it's not like
Yeah,
terrible. It's just like just
wet.
between.
Oh,
It's this like moldy smell of a cellar, basically,
yeah.
as you're going through this tunnel. But it's something you're more used to. You know, cellars in general tend to smell this way. It's just a bit worse because the air isn't as fresh as a regular cellar. But you keep going through this tunnel, and eventually this also leads into what seems to be a constructed part. There's this archway. Are you carrying a torch or anything?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can all see this. It leads into this archway. Going through it leads into a room. This large rectangular room. That on the opposite end isn't as rectangular. It's like a semicircle. There's like a rectangle that has one of its short sides being rounded. And on this rounded side, there are 5 archways. Above 4 of them, the 2 on each side, because there's 1 in the middle and then 2 on the sides. Above the ones on the sides, there are words written above them.
What language?
Swedish. draconic, so I can read that shit.
Or Arcanum.
Fuck Arcanum. Lizardfolkian. Great
A lot of
word.
things are actually written in Arcana.
Celestial.
Alright, so do you go a bit closer, or do you...
Yeah, we go a bit closer.
So you go close enough so that you can read it. And when you get close, it doesn't seem like it's words. It seems like it's names. And there are 4 of them, as I said. From left to right, it says Auctus, Metto, Crescentia, and Ver. You can give me an intelligence check, all of you.
Yeah, I think I
Storm
remember.
I get advantage?
role-playing roles. Always the greatest.
I'm gonna do this
Good
one
job,
instead.
Fritz.
Should it be a religion or just plain
Just
intelligence?
intelligence.
Yeah, I fucked up too. We all fucked up.
Why?
I do at least have.
I am the one that should suck on these rolls.
So?
Not you.
What did you guys roll?
11.
35.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 2.
Same.
So, okay.
35. 35.
Under 10.
So,
8. No, what was... Is it intelligence?
Yeah, just
Yeah, then
straight.
it's 8.
Alright, Dara, you're the only one that even has some vague recognition of one of these, and it's Auctus. It's familiar. Auctus.
Do I know anything except it's familiar?
Band.
Let's go through it, guys.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
we can't like...
Wait, was it a...
it's a name you've encountered
Or
before.
what?
Yeah.
Archway, what is that?
Well, archways are basically doors without actual doors.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, there's a doorway.
It's a door frame.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, without... let's go...
And there's a name above each one of them.
Except the
Yeah,
one...
except the
for-
one in the middle. Looking into, through them,
Yeah.
you can see that the 4 with the names lead to rooms, and the one in the middle just leads to a hallway that keeps going straight forward.
We should just go like that.
I do think the names sound familiar, but I can't really put my...
I'm also going to say, Dara, with your dark vision, you see far enough to see that each of these rooms that the archways lead to also have another archway on the other end that keeps leading forward. So they all have a way to exit on the other side, no matter which one you take. Whether they lead to the same place or not is hard to tell, because the rooms are quite big, so your dark vision only goes so far. You can see a bit into the room behind, but it's not enough to really make out sufficient details.
Should we just go through one of them?
Yeah, I ain't going first this time.
I can go first.
Sure. Which name? Verachtun.
The one to the left.
German word of the day, Achtung, means careful, basically, or watch out.
Achtung!
also,
That's what Storm is going to say.
Unket is musty.
Yeah,
That's
It's
That's
kind of
like
like
musty.
stale.
yeah. I like that.
Or frosty, as it said.
So we go through the one to the left.
The far left.
Far
or-
left.
Well, one on the far left is Auctus. One on the far right is there.
Far left.
Alright, so
Achtung!
Yep. You enter the room. This room, in the middle of the room, there's this small stone plate. Round and just large enough for a regular humanoid person to stand on, basically. It's kind of that size, both feet with it and such. The room itself is decorated very plainly. All that you find in here is a number of bows and quivers with arrows that hang along the walls.
Worry.
Does any of the bows look special, like the one in the middle of the display?
They're all regular, simple bows.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look recently used, or do they look like they've been abandoned for decades?
It's difficult to tell.
Dara's going to take one and just try to lightly pull on the string to see if it still works.
It does. It does still work. By the looks of things, just looking at this place, it's weird because it, in one way, feels like no one has been here in ages. But you don't see cobwebs everywhere. You don't see dust as thick as, like, your boots.
And no rats. Yeah, that's weird.
No rats. It seems...
Oh shit, a rat.
Oh, no.
It seems almost like it's been kept by something or someone.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
It's strange, because you don't really see any signs of anyone having been here, but it still feels like someone has kept it in good shape. And you know, the bowstring, you assume that if it had been here for centuries, it would be all dried up and not work anymore, just snap. But it doesn't. It seems functional.
I pull out my blade.
Right?
There's
Why not?
something
No.
going. There's a corridor leading forward. You said
Yeah.
also.
There's...
Another archway.
Well, in this room, there's a door on the other side. The room isn't perfectly square-shaped or anything. It's almost like it's part of a larger semicircle. It's like a small
oh.
slice of a
Well,
bigger...
Let's open
The other
it.
3 rooms first.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Right,
I
so
think
do you go back
Yeah.
and into the
Yeah.
next one?
Yeah.
So,
left.
Metto is the one that is
Metto
right next to
is-
us.
Ja.
You enter that one, and just like the last room, there's this plate in the middle of the room. This one is not filled with bows and arrows, though. It's filled with scythes and sickles.
I stand on the
It is-
plate.
Alright, you stand on it.
I jump on it.
Nothing.
You know,
I
if Nelly
dab
had
on
been there, he would have loved that room.
Oh, you dab!
All the sights come to life.
The plate doesn't seem to move. It doesn't seem to trigger anything.
Okay, next room.
Yeah.
Boring room.
No.
And not in the middle one.
So not the corridor,
No,
the
no,
next
no. Yeah,
room.
just
So you
into
go
the-
past the
right.
corridor and into the room with Crescentia.
Yeah, Crescentia.
Which one did you recognize?
Crescentia.
Okay.
No,
Achtung.
Octus.
Oh,
That was the first one.
Octus.
The room marked with Crescentia. As with the other two, there's a plate in the middle, and this one is decorated with these veils made of white gossamer, this thin fabric that just hang on the walls. Long veils, long enough for a humanoid to be completely draped in it.
Next room.
Nothing, no weapons.
No weapons.
I stand on this one.
Nothing happens.
We should all stand on each blade
Yeah.
at the same time.
Nothing happens. Not a
Nothing
little
happens.
hike or
Give
nothing.
me a perception check if you wanna try to see.
Yeet! 16!
You tell everyone to be quiet because you want to listen, really focus on this.
I'm
You
bored.
step slowly, like one step at a time, no movement, not a sound, nothing.
It's weird. Next room!
Yep.
Yeah.
So the last room, Ver or Bear.
Oh, yeah.
In this one, the plate is still there. And from the ceiling, you see bundles of dried flowers hanging there.
So this is the room Stormlight.
Was your gay ass girlfriend here?
Oh!
Banned.
What? No, that's not.
Banned for hate speech.
No.
And just
Nothing wrong with they being gay, by the way. Storm things.
Doris going to do that classic
Yes,
minor
take it so
illusion
far.
villain mustache on Storm because he...
Yep.
Okay,
It looks super odd with a lizardy muzzle
Yeah,
thing
no
and the
shit.
mustache just
And of
growing
course
on
he needs a
scales,
goatee,
but- yeah.
because every villain needs a goatee.
should we head through the corridor now? Or...
Which corridor? Or which door?
There is
or
the corridor in the middle that
Yeah.
just leads straight forward,
I think
and
we
then
should...
there are doors on the opposite ends.
I
of
think
each
that
one.
these doors will lead to where the corridor leads.
I think we open this door.
There isn't a door, it's just an archway. So you can look through it.
Oh yeah, I looked through the flower archway.
Yep. Dara, you see the furthest, but Storm, you look through and you see it's kind of an awkward angle because this door is angled more like to the right in comparison to the others or some. But it seems kind of like almost poking your head through it a little bit. It seems to lead into a large chamber.
Chamber.
And looking to the side, you can see another doorway on the same wall that you peek through. It seems like you're kind of in a semicircular part that has been divided into multiple rooms, and all of them lead out into the same chamber, as far as you can tell.
And the corridor in the middle?
It's hard to see anything from here, but you can only assume that it leads to the same place.
Let's
Let's
go.
go to the chamber.
Alright.
Let's do that.
Chambre.
So you all move through, and you enter this gigantic room. Going into this place, it definitely seems like a temple.
Let's hope we're not under that.
You see along the floor, it's almost like big roots that have pushed through the stone and just spread across the large portions of the floor. On the opposite end of this room, there is what seems like an altar. Again, semicircular, almost like a cutout piece of this larger room. And on this altar, you see 4 kind of like sculptures, or sculptures that are part of the wall. And there are also 2. The shape of this room or this chamber is really odd because it's almost like a pentagon in shape, where it's such an odd shape. It's a pentagon. The side that you enter through has this circular cutout or semicircular cutout. The opposite end also has the semicircular cutout for the altar, and then on the 2 sides next to that, the opposite one, are kind of leading into 2 more rooms through big archways that you can tell are just big semicircular rooms as well.
Right or left?
What's the sculptures?
You would have to approach first. You also see that on the right-hand side, there's kind of a hole through the wall. It's like the wall is crumbled and it leads into this cave.
I do believe that this might be a 2.
Where's the body?
So we go through the cave, we go through that door, or we approach the altar with the sculptures.
I think we should just go to the altar first.
Yeah, and then we have 2 doors and then a cave. Choose.
You altar it is.
Alright. As you approach,
We get
You
stabbed from behind.
see that in the center, on this semicircular shape, there's a book. This book is not bound in leather, however. The cover seems to be made of these thick leaves that have been woven together, each in a different color, some green, some yellow, some orange, some even unnatural colors such as blue or purple or pink. It reminds you of the forest that you went to when you resurrected Jaxson and later Fritz.
The hag place or the one before?
Or the
Fritz and Jaxson.
Yeah, Fritz and later Jaxson. It's not the hag part of the forest, but it's that forest.
Mhm.
Dara, since you recognize the name, as far as you can remember, this name is somehow connected to that place as well.
Yeah.
Octus is familiar, and you think of this forest when you think of the name?
Strange.
There's a book. What's the sculptures about? How do they look?
Well, there are 4 sculptures. They all look like different things. They're, as I said, they're part of the wall, so it's almost like blocks of stone that have been shaped into different things. The first one looks like a robed humanoid that just stands there. There's a bow across this figure's back. The robes are kind of going all the way down to the ground, concealing parts of the face, making this person look quite ambiguous. You just see this faint smile, this calm smile on the face of this figure. The next one it looks kind of like a tree with its roots that are completely vertical. And there's something, the shape of this tree seems to be almost like a feminine figure. Almost like a humanoid feminine figure. But it's difficult to put a finger on exactly what it is. So the third thing is a scythe with a crooked shaft that seems to be just a natural stick or a log or something like that. It's not been carved to be this perfectly straight shaft. It's just this very crooked, natural thing. The last one looks like a completely veiled, almost shapeless humanoid figure.
Now I'm pretty sure this is a 2.
Who wants to touch the book?
I can.
This seems like some Warlock
Warlock
shit or something, so you can feel
It's
free.
made out of leaves. It's probably
We
really
should stop.
druidic or something like
You
that.
also,
Yeah, your girlfriend is that. So
you also see that around this altar there's like a small piece or like a small line in the floor that has just been cut out.
yeah,
But it's completely empty. It's very thin, or just like a few inches.
Crossed.
Not very deep. It's right at the altar, like around it.
That might be a spell book. Ooh. That might be a book for druids.
Ooh. Let's find out.
Oh.
Nobody's going to touch it and try to open it.
You touch the book, nothing happens. You open it,
Oh my god.
You die.
you
I'm
open the
cursed.
book.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
What language is this written in, if it's written in anything?
The page that you first open is blank.
Black.
Blank.
Oh.
No, it's
You-
blank.
You turn the page, and it's blank again. But it seems almost like the text that is... It seems like text has been here, but it has vanished. So you kind of keep turning the pages, and it's more of this blank, vanished text until you get to one part that does contain text written in the common tongue of this part of the world. And this is what it says.
Die. Too bad. What does it say, Dara?
Well, I'll read it out.
Great.
O heralds of our Lord Messis, we beseech you for your aid is most he needed. O High Priest, caretaker of all Fae and Eladrin of the first generation, bless us with thy guardianship. O Caller of Spring, bone of the frozen and most beautiful of dryads, bless us with thy bloom. O Reaper of harvest, gatherer of crops, and most sharpest among blades, bless us with thy might. O Spirit of growth,
And that might be you might, when you've said everything of these things will like freaking, that sounds like a freaking spell or something. I wouldn't say everything.
sounds like a poem.
Yeah, you see, you talking about the statues. Okay, finish it.
And where we're at. O spirit of growth, bringer of prosperity and shimmering face speaker, bless us with thy burden. O heralds of our Lord Messis, we thank you for your aid when 'tis most needed.
Nothing happens as Dara finishes the poem.
It's not a spell.
Good. I don't know how that works.
You know, spells don't work like that. Unless you're a cleric, but that's another thing.
Something else written in the book?
Was there anything else
No,
exactly?
as you keep going, there's just more of these empty pages that seem to have once contained something, but the text has now vanished.
Can you keep that book?
Let's keep it here for a while. It only involves that little small prayer.
It's a pretty big book, you know, it's like this big, thick cover, very...
You know,
A
many
book
pages.
is pretty expensive, you know.
yeah, but we could just leave it here and come back to it after. Well, you know, for easy. There's only that one poem or prayer in it, so...
Yeah, so you can write your own stuff in it. And it's pretty cool with those flowers.
Leaves.
Flowers.
Leaves.
Flowers. Leaves. So, right or left door?
Okay.
Or cave? I say right door.
Right?
Right.
Right. Right.
Jacob is like, oh, you're going
go
be
to
so
the right
screwed.
door.
That's the TPK door.
Alright, well again, it's just an archway, not a door. There are no doors here.
Archway.
It just leaves a big semicircular room with a high ceiling,
With a fucking
and
thing
it's
in the middle.
completely empty.
I search for hidden doors.
Yeah, of course.
Give me an investigation check.
Are there any doors in this room?
Nope. Literally just this.
16.
You find nothing.
Okay, left archway.
Same as the right.
I try to find hidden door. 13.
Nothing.
We go to the cave.
Go to the cave.
Alright? So,
That's how you fast
giving up on
forward.
this
Yep.
place, you just decide to ditch these rooms and all, and you head through this cave. Again, it seems to be a natural cave, and this wall has just collapsed for one reason or another. Heading through, you start walking, and after a while you just come face to face with another constructed wall. However, this wall, it's completely blocked off. You do, however, hear a noise from the other side. This rhythmical sound of metal hitting rock. Ding! Ding!
That's blacksmith.
We destroy the wall, and on the other side we see Grimsock. The blacksmith. Ooh.
I check.
No, we see 7 dwarves. There's like,
Alright, give me an investigation check.
Oh my god, even more. You
I
suck.
don't find anything.
Nothing. You just kind of look around. Nope. Nothing.
How do we open
Is this like
the wall?
dead end?
well, does it look like we can
I don't
carry rocks from the wall, or do we have
No,
to
it
smash
seems like it's a wall built of stone bricks that is just blocking off this path. And it seems to be as... It seems to be similar to the sewer tunnel construction. Like the wall of the sewer tunnel you entered. There's a brick, same type of brick.
Yeah,
No
it's
other way to
possible that this might be a
That's just
sewer
nice.
tunnel.
I don't have dynamite. I don't have anything to break this, yo.
go.
So that's why you're gonna throw a tornado at it.
That's
That's
NATO.
So as you guys are talking, you hear the sound stop.
Guys, I think he heard us.
He,
Oh, she or he heard us.
or just a machine.
Why would the machine hear us?
Stop with the philosophical debates.
Okay, if it's he or whatever. Could you open this door, dear? person.
Are you honestly asking something that's...
Yes.
Give me a perception check.
Yes.
8.
What? No.
passive?
Passive.
No, 14.
You just push your ear against the wall, waiting for a response, but you hear nothing. The sound has stopped, and nothing.
And just like that, the wall shatters and he's pulled this.
Storm collapses dead.
We should destroy the wall.
How?
What do we have? That
Eldritch blasts. A bunch of them.
Didn't Mr. Torturer have a lot of vials of acid or something?
But that won't go through this.
It would be difficult to apply it rather than that, because it's a vertical wall. And
How
so
would I
applying
apply
acid to
it?
You reckon that maybe it could work if the acid is strong enough and you would pour it on the ground, it could probably like make a hole in that way, but making acid stick to a wall is not the easiest
You can
thing.
hold the acid on the wall if you want to.
What about Storm's lightning stick?
I've already used it today.
Why do you even have that though?
What? Have what?
You're weak.
What?
Yeah, and when you throw it, you use your strength.
Yes, but it's called... It's Storm. And my name
Well,
is Storm.
You see, he really likes boomsticks. And that's the closest
I don't
thing
think
he has
he
to
knows how
boomstick.
to use it though. He
Use
throws
what?
it in the ground. I don't think
That
you
was
can
just
say
a
it.
test.
Like, Jaxson, you're kind of more familiar with this technique of like throwing a javelin. You see some mistakes that Storm is doing when he's
Yeah,
like
he's like
it.
throwing it in the opposite
I'm
direction.
going to
I don't-
become a professional javelin thrower.
But I know lightning.
Yeah, I do more.
No.
Yes.
So do we want to break this wall or do we not?
Yeah,
I can
break it.
I would break my core cutlass.
You can just use your Eldritch Blast.
Don't you have any
on-
cooler spells?
Yeah, like a big fireball or something.
I don't
Yeah.
know how to use a fireball. And even if I did, I wouldn't be able to cast it.
Why?
Because I do not know a spell of such level.
And you are a warlock.
There's just a kind of awkward moment when Jaxson starts taunting Dara, where everyone's just like,
You can just use Eldritch Blast.
Why isn't your girlfriend here, yo?
Yeah, she
She
can be
could
a,
have been a bear.
punch the wall down.
Or she could have used mold earth, but that's besides the point.
What is that?
Do you remember how she made that circle arena?
Ah, this isn't Earth.
It's stone. But perhaps it works somewhat with stone.
Let's just
as well.
use the Eldritch Blasts.
Fine. Didn't she have a pickaxe or something?
No.
She couldn't even use it to destroy a lock. Why would she
What?
be able to destroy
Yes,
a wall?
I should just roll damage. I
Yeah,
suppose I'm
if you
just
miss the wall.
you just kind of put your hand towards the rest of you and back off of it.
Oh, 4 damage.
Yeah, you just blast.
Oh!
This Eldritch Blast kind of just leaves a black scorch mark on the stone. It doesn't seem to actually dig its way through.
You can keep going.
There's a hidden contraption here somewhere. Check me out, fucking kids.
What are you doing?
Investigation. Fuck. My rolls today are not as good as the last
It's
one.
because you didn't touch the doom die.
8. No, I touched
Yeah,
the
no.
Nurbach die and it fucked my shit up.
There is nothing that she needs to see. Looking
You
around.
see?
Like,
No, I can't touch
open this. It doesn't seem like a door. It just seems like a sewer wall. In general.
So, we go back and take the book, then we go to the sewers, go through the sewers.
I'm not going through the source.
Yes, you are. Go through the sewers, check what's there, nothing there, we go back, and then we go to Pilfersbury.
That seems to be a running gag now.
Yeah, fuck Pilfersbury, yo.
No, I'm gonna stay right before the sewers. I'm not going into the sewers. 'Cause that's disgusting.
You called me pussy for
But that's just disgusting.
some.
Quit your whining and get down into the sewers.
No.
Let's go.
I mean, now walking in the
I
sewers.
start walking back to the book. Take the book.
You can take the book.
No, I don't want to take the book.
But why do you want me to?
Yeah.
I
don't wanna
already
take
have
the book.
this beautiful book, you see?
So you want me to take the book because
You need it
Why?
because of the spell.
you know.
So, to the two of you, one who's used to casting spells, one who comes from a background that has included a lot of spell casting, this does not seem like a spell to either of you. This seems more like a prayer or some sort of religious poem.
This is some religion shit.
Yeah, that's fake.
So then we don't have to keep it.
Yeah.
Dara, actually give me just a religion check now, because
Because you fucking...
you're the only one with some intelligence in the party that seems to kind of be on to things.
Bruh, that was uncalled for.
No, she has the highest intelligence modifier, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And besides, she's the only one that actually rolled decently on the prior intelligence check.
Wow.
Yeah.
So roll that religion.
What?
You know, when you have 16 in intelligence, you're going to use that.
Yeah.
14 religion.
Alright. So,
But that's
things finally start to click. Having read this poem and thinking about it, despite being basically brain dead like the rest of the party, you begin to remember that, wait, the Messis, which is the person that they're praying to in this poem, that's the same god that we asked for help to resurrect Jaxson and Fritz. And Octus is very familiar because I think that was the Eladrin that we talked to.
Oh. Fuck.
That's why the name was so familiar. And so now all of a sudden things begin to connect. You know, Messis is the god of growth and harvest and this sort of cycle. And this all matches with this, and these so-called heralds. As far as you can remember, they have something to do with him as well.
Yeah.
So this is something that you've all encountered before. Octus is the man you spoke to, and Messis is the god that resurrected Jaxson and Fritz.
So, do you remember the god that resurrected you?
Yeah.
Do you remember that his name was Messis?
Yeah.
Deception check on that.
Fritz is the only one that wouldn't really have a good idea of this because he was dead throughout almost the entire
But
thing.
What we will do with this
I'm just
information?
standing there.
Yeah.
And Octus was it, right?
Octus.
Octus.
A-U-C.
And Octus, that's the name of the shop owner of the Eladrin.
Shop owner?
You remember with the lock?
the Eladrin in the temple.
Oh, the Eladrin in the temple.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Oh.
I heard you say Eladrin, I was like,
Yes, of course. It was
Shopkeeper.
Yeah.
Piaggi. That's the name of the other.
What will we do with this information,
Yeah.
dear Dara?
Bring the book.
Yes, bring the book. That's a good idea.
fine, I'm just taking the book then.
Does she die?
No, nothing else.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't
come
think-
on, man. I thought that was gonna, like, do the... never mind. Okay, let's
Have
go
you
to
just
the sewers.
considered that you could just read the prayer to the door where the ticking comes from?
Is there a
Let's
door?
try that.
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but don't
You're
you
the
do
stupidest thing I ever
Do that.
heard.
Do that! Okay.
I'm going to try it
So
anyway.
you're gonna walk over to the wall.
The sewer
I
wall!
still hear that
As
tick.
you're walking towards there, Give me a dexterity check.
Saving throw.
Fuck.
We are behind them.
What? Saving throw? Oh,
It doesn't really matter.
You're gonna get shot, man.
13.
Alright. You're walking, and you feel as if you're tripping on something. And you're stumbling forwards, and you drop the book. And this book just falls and opens on the page of the phone. As it lands.
Oh.
Looking at what you tripped upon, seems like one of the roots moved to trip you.
Oh. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Pick up
why
the
are
book.
you pick up
Fucking idiot. Just
But don't destroy the beautiful book.
No.
Oh.
The book's landed perfectly intact right in front of you, open on the page of the poem.
Dara's going to try to get up, take up the book, move further in.
Just the root move back to like it was before.
Yeah, I mean,
What did you
Dara's the only one that really notices because the root kind of like shaped around. The
How
foot.
did you even trip?
An Eldritch Blast comes in the right random direction.
Around there? No.
A random direction to this,
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Do
I'm
we approach
continuing.
the wall?
to the wall,
Det var alla.
Alright,
open the book, and reading up the prayer.
alright.
The spell.
You do that, nothing happens. There's still no sound on the other end.
You're stupid.
Yeah,
You said it too, you
No,
dummy.
you don't have any proof.
Conversation was stopped. You're stupid. No, you're stupid. No, you're stupid.
Oh,
You're pretty sure that this, not the tunnel to the wall, but the rest of the place seems to be a temple to Messis in general. It doesn't seem like a tomb, it's just a temple.
Is the dinging still there?
No, it's not there. It's
okay.
still not returned.
Let's go back.
Hopefully the roots won't try to trick me again.
Walk back.
Yeah, the roots. Like that.
Hey, walk back into the main room. This main chamber.
No, it did not work.
Sewers.
Ew.
Let's go. If you don't want to try something with the plates, but I don't know what the hell that would be.
I think that's just like a way to like show like an offering to the gods.
Most likely.
Because they all like are connected to the statues.
Yep.
So let's go not to the sewers.
To the sewers. Let's go.
Alright, as you're starting to make your way over there, give me another dexterity save.
Oh, what the hell?
As you're about to leave the main chamber.
4.
Alright, this time you just trip completely. Again, the book falls out of your hands and lands with a page open on the phone.
Oh my god.
Can't you just
And this time you guys see how the root is kind of holding Dara's foot.
What the hell? What?
root? Let go or I cut you off.
It just stays there for a while and then starts to let go.
Yeah, it's afraid of me.
Good, then you carry the book.
No, it's your book.
That is pretty scary.
Well, I'm going to put it back unless someone of you wants to take it.
Wow.
Well, I don't want it.
It's clear that whatever these roots
But
are...
why
they're-
did it open on the same page?
I don't know.
Because it's the poem.
Like,
the root
Why would
like
that
the
do
poem.
anything?
It's
Read it
just
out.
in the middle of the book.
Roughly.
It's
It's not quite in the middle, it's in the first half.
The roots are hinting you to...
not to take it. 'Cause they don't want you to steal.
Why would they
They-
open the freaking page in the middle?
Because to remind us it's
To remind us that it's
religious
religious.
thing.
Why
You
would that?
You don't believe in gods, you take the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roots won't touch my ass.
Alright, so you take the book. Do you still keep
Yeah.
Yep.
heading towards the sewers? Dexterity save.
Roll, fucking roll. Fucking get that natural 20. Whoa!
Alright, you feel one of the roots starting to grab your foot, but you manage to dodge aside.
Oh.
Yeah, don't even try that shit, Root, motherfucker. Fucking Groot coming at you.
And now the tree's like, I am Groot.
She tried, a good try.
There's no tree. It's roots.
The roots are forming a tree.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Give him another dexterity.
Oh my
Right
god.
away as you start moving again.
They don't. Dexterity. Freaking 18.
Right, yeah. You still manage to dodge this.
Oh my god, they're going to be quite mad soon. They will freaking form a root god. Yeah, I keep on going.
Rolling up.
Holy shit!
Storm, maybe we should just
15!
maybe we should just put it
Alright.
back.
No, this is funny to
Barely
watch.
manage to escape it. You do drop the book. And it does land on the same page.
What if we rip out that page?
That's a spell.
No, if we rip out the page, how will the book land?
I read the spell.
Don't do that. It's not safe.
Just right there
Yep.
in the main chamber
Yep.
still. Okay, yep. You just
The
read
roots.
this poem. Nothing happens.
The spell is trash, you know that. It does nothing.
It's not a spell.
I like my
A
theory.
spell that does nothing.
We should just rip out the spell and bring the spell.
Are you stupid? The roots will fucking fuck you.
I pick up the book and start walking back to the altar.
Right? You don't get tripped.
I walk.
One step back.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, they don't want me to steal the book, I guess.
But you like
Yes,
stealing,
obviously.
so
What?
you like to steal stuff. So,
Yeah, but this can't be fucking worth much.
but you don't like the religion, so you support the religion if you.
Yeah, that's rather bad.
Yeah.
You just place it back on the altar.
I'm just seeing all those roots like,
Oh!
Let's go to the sewers now.
You.
And
Yes.
read this book.
You turn around and you start walking towards the sewers, and then you just hear this sound behind you.
Tick, tick.
From the altar. No, not a honking sound.
Go
We
back to
check
the
the
altar.
You turn around and you see that the book is opened on the page of the poem.
Are you fucking... These roots!
I want to
There are no
rip out
roots
the
there.
page.
These fucking Groot roots are
I go there and I read the poem. Blah 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 blah.
I read the poem.
Oh, the spell!
Nothing.
The spell didn't work!
Fritz, you read the poem.
Nothing happens.
We all read
Dara,
the
read the poem!
I've already read.
We all read
that
at the same
We're
time.
in unison.
You're kind of standing there like a witch coven, just like...
I touch one of the sculptures.
you would have to climb onto the altar to do that.
Yeah, I do that.
And you would have to cross that little line that you... Which you technically have to put
Yeah.
your arms above it when you put it on the altar anyway, so...
Okay, so I
So you just climb onto this altar and just put your hand on one of the sculptures, nothing happens.
It comes to life and kills.
It didn't work. This book is weird. It wants us to steal it now because it opened itself.
That's not
Or they
how
want
it
us to
works.
see the page.
Look, it's clear. It's clearly something supernatural
What?
about this book.
What will it do without the page?
Probably kill you.
Yeah, take the page if you're there to.
I
You
am
rip
down
out
from
the
it.
page.
Ooh.
Please don't.
I kinda want. I'm tempted to do it, but I don't know if I'm sure.
I don't even
That's the
storm.
worst that could happen!
I take
Our
the
arm of tree
acid
lights.
out and pour. no,
You do anything or not?
no, I'm not gonna do anything.
Just leave the book, or write down the. Or theoretically, we could take an already existing book, write down the prayer, and put it down on that altar, and just switch it.
Yeah, do we have any?
You have a book.
book. Yeah, I've already written down stuff in there.
Well,
We don't have any empty books.
were there any empty books in the office?
Not as far as you can tell.
Are we gonna go back to the office and go back just for that?
I close the book and then I start heading to the sewer.
It opens, but
Alright, when you start walking, you hear the sound.
It opens.
You turn around and it's open again.
Should
We're
we
on the
just
same
fuck
page.
the book up? I'm getting sick of this book.
I take the book.
I lay it on the ground, closed, start walking to the sewer.
Opens.
Yep.
I put it
on
vertical.
And flies up on the altar.
What do you do?
I put it like so it stands up instead of lays down.
Okay. You start heading towards the sewer and you hear this.
The fucking...
Was it open when we got there?
The dude is
He
playing
wants
a
to-
prank on us.
Yeah, so
Yes, it's a very elaborate.
then we. I don't know, man. This book is wants us to do something with it.
Okay, we three go out of the room. You kill the book.
Or you stay in the room while I do it.
Then you don't have to go to the sewer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, so the three of you head out of the main chamber.
Yep.
How far do you go? Like,
To
what way
the
do you
splitting paths.
Because you head out into the natural cases.
Yep.
Jaxson, you
Ooh.
wait until you think that they're far enough away. Now what do?
I'm gonna slowly, like, rip little bit off the page and see if anything happens.
Just rip.
Huh?
Nothing happens. You
uh,
rip the
yeah.
yeah, you rip out the page.
Oh!
And the page is now in your hand.
And then I close the book, go away,
Mhm.
do,
Start walking away.
do the book.
Or are you holding the page?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start walking away. And you hear the...
And now there's a new page.
I go back and see if there's anything on the page.
The poem. Is on... The page in your hand is blank.
What?
The book now has the poem.
Rip out every single
Yeah, I'm gonna rip out and do it again.
Alright, so it has a few hundred pages.
I take one of the vials of acid
Right?
and pour it on it.
It's like on the paper, so when it's open
Yeah,
or just on
like-
the front.
I open so it's on the first side and I just pour it.
Yep.
So
You just pour it, and you see how this acid-like water just pours off the book.
Fuck this book. Yeah, I'm gonna rip out about like every. I'm gonna try to rip out every page.
Sure. As you're doing that, as soon as you drop a page, you just see how it crumbles to dust. And you just rip out pages, but every time you do it, it seems like there are new ones just in there. It never seems to get any thinner.
I take the book and leave. I can choose how much I want.
So as you start leaving, you met dexterity.
I'm not gonna give up with this. I'm just gonna go. That's 20.
Another one.
9.
Yeah, you drop the book and it lands on the poem.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing it until I get.
You don't get anywhere. You're just kept there. Every time you trip and you get back up, you're just still in the same space. Just in the middle of the room. You
He's
don't
like,
seem to be getting anywhere really.
But if I succeed, do I get anywhere?
Then you just manage to dodge to the side and only have to dodge away again. And so in order to kind of dodge out of these things, you're just having to like go in a circle basically.
I'm gonna dash. No, that
Alright,
won't
you
work.
have dexterity on disadvantage.
Oh fuck. Oh wait, I just remember that.
Well, you're making a run for it, so do it.
No, but I mean, I'm just gonna see something
Just throw
here.
the fucking...
Oh yeah, right. I had disadvantage before. Yeah, I am just gonna trip.
You just fall face first and the book lands on the page.
Bullshit book.
You guys just notice how it's been quite a while and Jaxson has not returned.
He's dead. Unfortunately, I can't use his bones because I won't walk back in there.
I take the book and throw it.
Yep.
Towards where I'm going,
Okay, yeah. You
and
just
then I walk
throw it.
to the book.
Yep.
Throw it again.
You see how the books are beginning to get carried by the
Yeah,
roots.
I run and take it and Continue doing it.
It's gonna try to escape you.
Yeah,
As you go to pick it up, you trip, and the book just...
Oh, fuck that book. I leave.
So you guys are just waiting there for a bit longer, just to make sure that Jaxson is dead, and then you hear these footsteps.
Make sure that he's dead.
Yep. You just hear some footsteps, and Jaxson shows up, looking defeated, kind of like bruised and dirty from having fallen onto the ground a number of times. Just, yeah.
Great. You're not dead. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is the book dead?
I don't want to talk about it.
I suppose not. So you're going to the sewers, bitch. Right tunnel. The left tunnel, then.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So you start heading through those sewers, or you head towards the sewers. There's one way that leads towards the sunlight, one way that leads further into the system.
Sunlight or system.
Let's go to whichever way is the right way.
Let's take the system.
System.
Into the system.
Is that left or right?
I guess the right.
Yeah, okay, well let's go right.
three, I think.
So we get
Let me
closer
just,
to that wall.
Double check.
The book now is running after you.
Fly. Don't escape.
It's actually a mimic and it's trying to eat us.
Harry Potter books.
Yeah, right. There was
Yeah,
one.
that's Ooh, those are sick.
So,
Agent Run. He stabs you in the back.
But he's dead.
yeah, further into the system will be to the right.
You have been trying to
Let's
destroy
move
a book,
towards
and
the sun.
the one thing
Well,
you're
let's go
feeling
to
is
the
weird is
right.
if he would come back to life.
Alright, yeah, you start heading further into the system. It's dark, it's terribly smelling. The air is very difficult to breathe even through the mouth because of how shut in it is and how filled with bacteria and all kinds of other things.
Great. I'm just waiting for the moment when we're going to roll for diseases.
Roll disease, potentially.
I'm gonna roll a constitution check.
There are a
to see
few
if I
diseases
cure
in 5e.
it.
Alright, do that.
That's 11.
Nice, you have plague rot.
You just barely manage to keep it in. It starts to come up, but you manage to force it back down. Before it's too late.
I just hold my nose and
Right.
try not to breathe.
Sure. You do that. So you're heading further into this sewer system.
Demonic place.
Are you still keeping a torch?
Yep.
Sure. There are a few intersections. You just kind of look around. Everything is just filled with disgusting
I don't look around.
stuff. There are some like rooms with drain pipes that just go down, or there are a few times when you almost get hit from above. It's just like a pile of disgusting stuff. It just falls down
I
from
go as close to the wall as I
the
can.
ceiling. Yeah.
Then you realize the
Occasionally,
wall
you have
is...
to kind of cross
Yeah.
over these central waterways. There are some minor or smaller bridges that you can walk across and such. Ultimately, you don't really find anything interesting. You just walk around, trying not to get lost.
Yeah, this is boring.
Where the fuck
Why
are
would
we
he
making
want
news?
to go here? Why would he have a passage here? And why would he have passage to a gay book?
He maybe likes the gay book.
You know, Storm, have you heard about that most cults and or criminal organization usually uses the sewers?
Sewers for what?
You know, hideouts and such. Easy to hide in. No one wants to go down there.
Yeah, but have we...
I agree,
seen
no one wants to
a-
go down here.
Have we seen a single person here, eh?
No.
I seen you.
A single hideout?
Well, he doesn't count as a
It's
person.
called an hideout because it's hard to find.
Yeah, this is pretty easy to find, and I can't find shit.
Let's try to find that place where we heard the dinging noise. Because that was a sewer wall.
You know, if we had a pickaxe, perhaps we could open that.
We don't have a pickaxe.
Get a pickaxe.
You can get a pickaxe.
Give me an intelligence check.
Of course, we are the ones who actually.
Fuck me. Huh?
Let's go. Give me something good. Oh, 16.
Jaxson?
6.
Alright, so with the idea of going towards the place where you heard the strange noise, this part of the sewer system generally seems to lead in a different direction. You've been trying to sort of orient yourself, trying to figure out, so if we headed that way, then that should be roughly that direction. There must be either multiple separate systems that aren't all connected, or you would have to go much deeper to then turn around and head through a different section of the sewers to get to that point.
Look, we're not close to, well, the opposite side of that ticking wall. Or if you continue, we might be able to find it.
I am all fine with going back and not being this shithole.
Okay, so we know his opinion. What do the rest of us think?
I don't care. I don't care at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fritz?
You even have fucking nose.
I think that's
That's all it's happening.
as you said about, criminals collect uses suits. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's all we've got really.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue.
Fuck you.
I still want to go to Lizardfolk though.
Alright, so
Storm, you want to do anything except for here.
you want to continue heading through the sewers?
Yeah.
Alright.
No,
Jacob is
I
like,
don't
fuck
want
you
to,
all.
but I have to.
Well, you decided on doing that.
Yeah, disgusting shit.
Sure. So, you start making your way further in. And again, there's just nothing special about any of this. All that happens is that you start kind of losing the way that you came from. It becomes ever more difficult to keep track of where you've been. You're not sure if you're walking in a circle or anything. It's just, it's difficult.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should go back and go the other direction.
Or just leave this shitty hole.
Yeah, let's go back.
There were another place.
To the sun.
To that. With a system, and there was another place.
What do you mean?
I remember.
The part leading to the sunlight?
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, it's just, if you walk the other way from the beginning when you went to the sewers, there's sunlight coming from one direction.
Well, that seems sort
We
of
walk
promising.
that way if we find ourselves back, of course.
Alright, so...
I want to die.
That can
So
be
you-
acknowledged.
Are you gonna start trying to find your way back?
Yes.
Alright. Give me an intelligence check. Yeah. For like the 100th time. Whoever's leading the way, you can do it.
Let's say it's this guy.
Does he lead the way when he's the one not wanting to be here?
You're right.
Well, because if
I'm
I
not
should.
leading
I
the
think
way.
that I am in the back probably, and when we're going back,
Yeah, then it might
I'm
be. Yeah,
in
sure.
the
Yeah, and that's why you're going to lead us out of this place.
16.
Right.
Woo!
So at times it's kind of a bit tricky. You kind of take a wrong turn occasionally, but you manage to figure it out and head back. And eventually, after some time, you manage to find your way back to the part where the sunlight came from.
Now I go to the back of the party and let's go.
When you go towards the sunlight, you end up at what seems like the part where the sewage is dumped out into the sharecropper's trap.
Shit, we have walked a long way then.
Well, the Messis district is right next to the sharecropper's trap, and this part, the place where Duran's house was quite close to the sharecropper's trap as well. What you do notice, however, and realize, is that there is a grate blocking off your path. There are metal bars separating you from the freedom of the sharecropper's trap.
I don't call that freedom exactly, but you know.
You're also quite a distance above the street level, maybe 5 feet or so above it, and looking through this grate, you see that there's a pile of mess outside where the stuff is just poured out and dumped.
Let's get the fuck out of here now.
Yeah. Through his house. Or our house, I mean.
Yeah, our house.
Yes, because there's
I
no...
touched the orb.
It does not do anything.
You mean the house? Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we go back.
Right.
Yes.
So you make your way back, and eventually you get into the cellar where you were kept captive.
Touched the orb.
Not long before, and you touch the orb and you
See nothing.
see the entire house.
What if this works in any house?
That would be a great magical item. But I
So
doubt
keep it.
that.
We can try.
Nice. We walk out of the house.
I am very hungry, so I...
Are you sure about that, Storm?
Why?
You can't leave.
You're wanted in multiple districts.
And this, you see, okay.
No, you can walk with us. It's okay.
I'm just expecting there to be a wanted poster just outside the door.
I have a plan, okay, rather. When I got stabbed, I had a 3-part dream, you see. First part, how lovely it was when I was on the sea and I dominated everything. I was
Yeah, of
so
course,
good
that's a
at
dream.
what I was doing. Second part of the dream, I crashed my ship and were on land. And I see myself not being as good at being on land as I was on the sea. Mm-hmm. So, this part of the dream taught me that it might be a good idea not to be infamous anymore and take the in out of the infamous and become famous. And then when you're famous, turn your back on the others and steal everything.
Is that a good idea?
No.
So we become
What is the
we become famous.
What is the idea?
We become famous.
I realize I want to take away the infamous.
Oh wait,
the
you want to be famous in the
Is that a good idea?
Yeah,
But you're already infamous.
Yeah, but then the third part was some with the beer, and I kind of want to become good with them again, and not like bad. So I don't know if it's
I'm gonna hold
smart
a
to
speech.
go there and say sorry for what I've done.
The temple
I probably killed
wants to
myself.
execute you.
Yeah, but no.
Okay, guys,
I
we can
didn't do
try
any-
this idea. It's okay, guys. Let's do that.
I didn't
No,
do is some
Sure.
dumb thing.
Let's go and get some. Get the in out of the infamous.
But yeah, so
Let's-
we become famous. All the states and stuff will like us, and then we rob them.
Okay, let's
Sound
go.
like a good plan?
Great, then ask for forgiveness from the protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
Yeah, we have your back.
Don't worry.
Alright.
What do you mean you have my back? You were there, and you did the exact same thing
the
that I
mask.
did.
I had bandana
I was
or a
disguised.
scarf.
A bandana won't do shit!
Yes, it will. And I have different armor now, too.
Why do you look like a fucking goblin at this moment?
Fine. They don't know me at least.
Yeah, you. But they knew you. A fifth person was there.
But
What's this?
no,
Someone who wasn't.
We were... No, we were...
That's Tornado also.
Yeah. 6. Yeah, 6 person. Yeah.
Storm, you do realize I was disguised the entire time.
Yeah, fuck you.
Different
As a
person.
man.
Yeah, but your voice is still as gay, so they might recognize it.
We're actually going to plan for hate speech.
Yeah.
What?
You've done that like 3
Right,
times.
I'll already
I think that was
said-
the 4th, because he used it twice in like one sentence.
Well, that's when I said I wasn't.
I'm sorry for
I
using
don't
hate
see.
speech.
I don't.
I
see
really
it.
don't mean it. Yeah.
It doesn't
Not
mean
hate
in a bad
speech when
way.
you don't think that's negative.
But you're using it
But you are
negatively.
using
That's
it in a
not
negative
how it
way.
works.
So.
No, that's not a negative way.
So
I
if
can say the
I
N-word.
tell someone
Because
you're
Dara
stupid,
is
but I
gay.
don't have a negative.
Dara is
True.
So
But you're using it in a way to curse her out as well,
No.
or you did before.
before, but then I saw my mistake and said,
When he said gay, he meant happy.
You know,
"Yeah,
Well,
he's a changed man.
You still use your stupid happy voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite
okay."
happy.
So what do we do? Do I say sorry to the god people?
I'm all for that.
Yeah, sure, but you do realize that if everything goes wrong, they're going to kill you.
But he's a fast boy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
too.
won't do anything when I'm in their temple. You see?
Then you can just turn him invisible.
Yeah, sure, but you know what? Fine. Let's do this crazy idea of yours.
And then we can become famous. Right.
I don't think you understand the concept of being famous.
You saw
You mean-
how simple it was
What's
to be
next? Are you going to
infamous.
write a book about your experiences?
I think it's easier to be
Sounds
infamous
pretty
than
good. And
famous.
then I can sell it for money.
But you know, you
Become
have...
even richer. Money.
The GM's like, what did I do to deserve this?
Nice. So we
So
go,
we're exiting
sorry,
through the house.
then we go and do what?
Yeah.
We go
Are
to
you
the same
hey,
place
let's
as
go to
we
the
find.
dwarf blacksmith first and ask him forgiveness.
Yeah,
He won't.
no,
that
that
person don't deserve.
No, that would be a good like beginning on it. You can
Temple of the
do.
Gods.
You can do like it's like an
It's like-
exercise, you know.
Well,
Before the
I've
big
been-
thing.
Baby steps.
I've been rude to him. I
Yeah,
have.
and you can apologize to him for that.
Well,
It's easier
Tell him
than
that you're
do-
sorry and give him like 1 gold piece.
Yeah, and it's easier than saying sorry for almost killing a person.
You know, it's
well, I wasn't the only one that tried to kill him, and he tried to kill me too, didn't he?
Yeah, but
so you're going to apologize because there are more. I think they're more likely to forgive you because there are more people that committed a crime.
yes, we start with the blacksmith so you can train.
You know, if he
Yeah.
gets angry, at least you won't have an entire temple against you.
It's like an exercise for the big
Baby
test.
steps.
Yeah, you guys are fucking stupid.
Or
Or
you
you
can
can
go
just
to the bookstore.
The bookstore.
Why does you guys point everything on me when you've done the same?
Because we are
I'm
You're
just
the wanted one.
we are not the ones.
Because we're not the ones who went out without a mask and told them our names.
This is the you almost catch Captain Sword.
He went around with a freaking bandana.
Yeah.
At least they tried.
The other two walked around normal.
No.
And they skipped
Fritz
town.
also bandana.
Yeah.
And you do remember that those two skipped town.
I can just like rough my hair up so they won't recognize me.
Lovely.
Fine, if you want to go to the
It's your
clearly
idea
not
to even
good
go
idea.
there in the
No,
first
not the
place.
blacksmith.
But it's a good way to see if it will work.
Okay, then we go to the blacksmith. Great. He won't say
You never know. He might
What
be
is the high priest gonna
He might be a very nice
I'd rather die than say sorry to him.
But go to the bookstore then.
But they don't know that it was us.
Yes, they do, because we threw fucking bones at
Yeah,
him.
but they don't. Do they know that
Didn't they
we are-
find all those co-worker bones on the bag?
Wait, didn't I kill him?
No. He's
No, you
No.
didn't, because he had kids.
You were gonna kill him,
No, alright.
but then Jalko wanted
Yeah,
Messis that.
Right.
and
We
took
saw,
the-
it was
yeah,
like,
for you.
we saw in the future.
That's all.
But then he...
Yeah, but they don't really.
No.
We don't know if
That's
they
so
know
gross.
that we did it though. Because they don't know that
I
we are
think
the
they have pretty much
Hello.
figured it out. Since
Oh, hi.
What the fuck is this, man? Okay, we go to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
We go to the blacksmith. Boom.
Alright, so
What's-
that's about half time. So let's take a break there and think about what is going to happen next.
Yeah, Storm is going to die. At this point, I don't give a shit.
We'll be back in
Let's
about
make a
10
new
minutes.
character. I will make a new character until next, yes.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Yeet.
I want to die.
we're going to get
Yes!
Let's hang ourselves somewhere.
We're definitely
You
going to get
cannot
banned for
say that.
Nej, det där är bara att sitta från en pjäs som heter Waiting for Godot.
I just said Amin.
Guess I'll die.
Ja.
So, the redemption arc of Storm.
Let's do this.
Okej, vi är blacksmithen.
Alright,
We
så
head
vi
out.
går igenom staden.
We should go and get some
language.
food before. Language.
Language.
You said
Oh, first time I messed up with that. Feels that, man.
Wow!
students.
Swedish words of the day.
I want to say that I think you said something in Swedish there that
No, you don't have any proof.
I was streaming, I'll check out.
Well, he did say unke very early.
You said it.
That was
That was
an
like 2 hours
intentional
ago.
way to explain, that
Yeah.
wasn't an accidental
Mhm.
slip up.
I
Anyway,
don't think he did an accidental slip up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's not an accident.
Should we go? Yeah.
So you head through the city. You're making your way towards Boyd and Sons.
Mhm.
I get killed on the way.
You see the occasional poster with your face on it, with people stopping to look at it, look at you, kind of thinking to themselves, am I just being racist right now? But then with a scar, and with everything like that,
Do they really think that, oh, am I being racist right now? Everyone is racist here.
well, it's more like a check to themselves, like, is this the actual guy? They read the description, it's like, Lizardfolk look like this, with these types of features, and the scar, and wearing these clothes. And that's him.
Would anyone try to...
You get to the checkpoint where you were arrested. You recognize some of the guards, and they have seen the posters. Just walk up to you, stop you as you try to leave the Mathis district. So, tell me, Storm, was it? Captain Storm?
Yes, indeed.
Known for telling the priest Orion, remember this day as the day you almost something Storm, Captain Storm?
Yep.
Well,
He didn't call me, so it was pretty
we could
accurate.
catch you right now again and take you back to the high priest, and he would probably reward us quite a hefty sum.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I could. And what's to stop me? You see how they kind of start getting a bit, ready to fight.
Yeah, I do the same.
Yeah. I
Oh,
know.
so you gotta help now. Is this another one of those cooperators or whatever you were called?
I was going to turn and not try to be famous anymore, so I don't think it's so good that you start messing with me, so I have to kill you and then flee town, and then...
Threatening an officer of the
I
law.
didn't threaten you, man.
So then
You
I would have to
threatened me.
kill you, huh?
You threatened me.
As is in my right. Now,
He
What?
said it in self-defense.
see if he pulls out his spear. Now, you see, I'm gonna have to arrest you on charges of threatening an officer of the law. Now, come on, you have nothing to do with this. Move on.
Yeah, I stab. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done with this shit, bro. I can't play
I'm
this.
gonna back you.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I pull out
I miss.
my...
Great. And then it's initiative.
Yep. You go to stab, and he's like, he plans to deflect it, kind of expecting you to become hostile. Everybody roll that initiative.
Oh, wait. Oh, nice. Not that bad. Oh, wow.
When you got high, but you don't want to do anything.
I don't want him just, I like to get gang like...
You know, you don't have to permanently have that failure on you.
No, but what I can do
No,
is
so
permanently have...
There are 6 guards total.
Yeah, that's...
Only 2 of them are right by you. 20 and above. 15 and above.
But how many
15.
guards?
Wow. Dora's turn.
6 of them, 2 of which are right by you. The others are a bit further away, kind of doing their check things. 10 and above.
13.
14, 13.
Yeah. Fritz.
Fritz is the one rolling low all the time.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
He doesn't have eye
And
bags.
Fritz.
Well, that doesn't matter when you get
6. Alright.
I mean, okay,
So
he
the
does
guards
have-
go first with a nat 19. So we're just gonna place you here. Just kind of there, and
I am
I
right
guess you
behind
kind of
him.
stand like there. Are you a bit further behind? Like that.
Why do we do that not in the center of the map?
Because there's a bunch of drawing in there.
And it hides from the camera perfectly.
Oh yeah, because we would have seen everything.
That's
otherwise.
perfect.
They can't even see the... Oh, no, they can't. But
Hey.
a smart boy.
Let's
I
go.
mean, they can barely see it anyway.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing.
You just see a bunch of miniatures and they're like,
We
I
we
can
about
perfectly
to,
see everything.
We about to do get 30.
So I have this one right here, who's kind of like the leader, the guy you tried to stab. And there's another one right next to him there.
and then they're...
The rest of them are kind of spread out a bit. All over the place, like that. And the last one will be in here.
Did you just realize how many guards you just pissed off?
They were gonna arrest him for...
He's not going to get arrested again. That's the fucking point.
Oh my
I'm not getting arrested again, that's why I'm assaulting an officer.
Yup.
Jaxson is pissed because he had to be in a sewer, so he wants to fight.
So, yeah, this is like, there's the wall right here that kind of goes like that, and...
So I guess it's a 2v6.
Yep. Lovely, man.
There...
Unless our party does not want Storm to die.
Well, they might be in need of a bard instead, so...
Yeah.
Let's try to not kill off the characters here.
Yeah, that's never a good
Let's
idea.
try to survive and kill them.
So this is what the stage looks like. So the guards go first. The one right in front of you is naturally going to attack you. Both of them are, as a matter of fact. As a 12 and a 5 to hit.
Oh, right.
Those are misses. Both go to stab. This one right here is going to move up.
Oh, I hit
And,
him.
Right, because you have that thing, you use your reaction. To hit him right
It's
there.
15.
That is not a hit.
Fucking bullshit.
They're not wearing plate, but they are wearing chain.
So 60.
And they also have shields,
So it's...
but he's going to move up here, kind of try to block you off a bit, and he's going to go for an attack on you.
Yo.
That is a 13 to hit, which I
Miss.
believe is a miss.
Oh my god.
What's that?
This one right here is going to move up to the middle of the pack, And he's gonna go and try to grapple Storm. So give me an acrobatics check.
If someone is grappling someone, is it easier to hit them because they're holding someone?
Yeah, I think
You
it's...
should get advantage on the attack.
The main thing is that you can, if you do it again, you can restrain them. And
No,
that's
but I
really
mean, if
bad.
you're holding someone and someone hits you, it should that should be harder to dodge.
Well, that's not how it works.
That's bullshit.
What did you get?
50.
That's enough. He tries to grab you, but you dodge aside. These ones right here, he's gonna move up
Luck
to
is
here and
long rest.
ready in action.
Yeah, long
Yeah,
rest.
but you haven't
And
used...
he's gonna move up to
Yes,
here and
yeah,
just
you're
create a wall block one.
Shit.
So these two right here are kind of readying their actions. He's actually gonna move up to here. Yeah. You see this one looks at Fritz and Dara and kind of says like, "Don't get involved, or things are gonna end poorly for you too."
Oh,
With that, it's Dara's turn.
Well, I prefer not to use magic in the middle of the day, so I'm just going 5 feet and doing that whole help action thing that no one ever uses.
whoa!
Sure, so Storm, you have advantage on whatever you do next.
Nice.
And then I'm just
Sneak attack.
backing
Homebrewed.
up a little bit, like that.
Do you not have to be within range for
I think you have to be...
You have to
And
continue
the-
being
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird if you're like,
I don't know.
HELP!
Yeah,
Roll
sure.
out.
Then I'm just gonna...
I'm
It's
gonna
quite
rule
weird
it
if
out right
everyone's-
now anyway.
It's like stand still.
Storm.
Oh, good.
You got this, Storm!
Whoa. I attack the... Does the leader look better? No.
No, just has kind of a badge.
Yeah.
Seems
Fuck.
to make
I
it
can't
sergeant or something.
Fuck the leader then, man. And that's 16.
16 is a hit.
And you get
Ooh.
sneak attack.
Oof. 12, 15, 18 damage.
Immediately just stab him underneath the helmet right up through his chin. And he just collapses, dead on the ground.
Yeah. Bonus action.
Not dodge.
He wants to dodge.
Bonus action attack!
That's a miss.
Because you use your
Oh, which?
offhand. Yeah, who do you attack?
Whoop.
Oh, that, you
You
get...
get, attack,
you
you
go
get
like-
advantage on all
Oh, yeah, right.
attacks
That
on your
is-
turn, or do you get
I can
advantage on the
do
first
it.
attack?
Yeah,
If you move there, he's
No,
gonna...
he... Swashbucklers...
Yeah, but just against targets that you try to
Not
attack.
all of them.
But what? That's...
You know that-
Is it only the...
Yeah, you don't get immune to all
Only the
Uh,
ones you attack.
opportunity, just the
Storm.
ones that you target.
You can just hit...
Oh, well,
you can
then I
hit him
attack
and
him, of
go
course.
there with the bonus attack.
Because you hit the other one
Yeah.
and then...
Yeah.
Sure.
To be nice to me and give me advantage.
Yeah.
That works. In that case, are you done?
Yes.
I become a lightning boy.
So you just cut yourself, activate the lightning on the glaive, and you have advantage because of flanking on that. You got it right in front of you.
Natural 18.
That is enough. So roll the damage.
Oh, I can reroll.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Then.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
yes. That is 13 slashing damage and 1 lightning. So 14.
He's dead.
Die,
You just
bitch.
move up behind him and you just stab him right through the gut. Instantly killing him.
And I just turn towards these two.
Right. Yeah. So, Fritz.
Yeah, I do not want to be part of this. So I back up and hold my action to, like, parry if someone were to strike at me.
You can just dodge it.
Yeah,
or
it's yeah,
disadvantage,
dodge.
so yeah. You just use your action to dodge.
Yeah.
Top of the round, then it's the guard's turn. This one is going to just call out, like, "Get him!" And he's gonna move right here. He's gonna move into here. And this guy is going to move.
They're not
We're going to move here. And then this last one. Yeah, he can't really take that space. He is going to. Yeah, he's gonna move through. Yeah. He's gonna move through to here. So you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Naturally thing.
That's it. Roll damage.
Is it dead? It's a
Oh, that's the same damage as the last time.
You just slice him as he tries to move past, but as he does, you just kind of take the opportunity, bash him, and then slice. You just feel his throat getting slit, and there's just blood flying all over the place.
Why didn't I do non-lethal by the way? I do not know.
Yeah.
You just wait. I didn't have to kill him. Oh wait.
Now you're in legal trouble again.
Great.
Now you're a
But so is Jaxson, so it's okay. Alright. And with that, it is their turn to actually do something as well. So the guy in the middle is going to try to grapple Storm again. So roll off, you automatically succeed because you have a higher score than him.
Two of them.
Then both on the edges are going to roll attacks on advantage. The one against Jaxson is an 18.
Bullshit.
The one against Storm is 21. So both of those are going to hit. So Jaxson, you take 2 piercing damage. Storm, you take 6. Minimum and almost maximum. They just stab you with their spears. And that concludes their turns. So, Dara.
Yes. Since I'm actually just beside Jaxson, I'm going to do that whole health action with Jaxson.
Pat him on the back and call out where to hit.
Hit him in the nuts.
Storm, your turn.
Advantage on him.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, 15.
Alright.
Is that a
That is a miss.
Yeah, bonus
16
action.
is armor class.
Nice. 16 plus 5 is a hit.
That is a hit.
No, they're 22. It's super played on.
13 damage.
Dead.
Stab him from both sides at once, just
It's my turn.
through the head.
And now non-lethal. Non-lethal.
Oh, non-lethal.
Yeah.
Okay. You just kind of like slice him across the arm so that he kind of like drops his spear and then just elbow him in the face so
That's
that he
pretty
falls over.
smart. Yeah, we should not kill more of them. I turn around and yoink him, non-lethal.
Okay. Look out. Second you can hit him with that.
Okay, so that's but I have a bonus action to hit him as well. That's a miss too.
Oh my god.
Don't.
Why do you...
Advantage.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
The hell?
But that should only be on one of them.
Yeah,
right?
but the last one is.
Because it's on one action.
Yeah.
That you
Well, that's a bonus action.
Yeah, but that's not an action.
Oh.
As far as I'm aware, that's how it works.
Okay.
Alright. Fritz. You just keep dodging back there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. That is their turn.
I was about to say, you can do it. But then I realized that
That might be illegal.
I do nothing except stand back and...
Yeah, they're both just going to attack. So, there's a miss on Jaxson and a hit on Storm with 21 again.
Ooh. Ooh.
This time it's only 2 damage though.
Oh.
As they once again do the minimum damage. You stab, but you
I thought they were gonna be
dodge
stronger than this.
kind of half parrying
They're
it,
guards.
but it just
Yeah,
scratches
but like
your arm.
guards are yeah, well, in low
Dara.
levels you should be.
Help action.
Thank you, Dara.
Sure thing. Storm. Because I assume that's all you want to do.
Yeah.
No one within 5 feet.
Can I? Yeah, I can use my bonus action before I use my action.
The dual wielding.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
It's when you use your action to attack, you
That's
can use a bonus action.
Shit. Okay, I attack him.
Right?
16.
You have advantage.
That is a...
No.
No one is within 5 feet.
No, it's just
Well,
that
that's
sneak
sneak
attack.
attack.
for you.
Oh,
Is it a non-lethal?
Yeah, that's
Right.
non-lethal enough. To 12 plus.
So 12 is...
Plus
Yep.
3, 5, 15. Then I go.
Again, you managed to get like a
uh,
full-on fist punch right into the face.
Then I'll go here. Bonus action. That is a 21.
So you don't get sneak attack.
Yeah,
on
sneak
that.
attack can only proc
Trigger
one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so it's a
Okay,
six.
it's 6 plus nothing.
Alright, so 6 damage.
Ho, ho, ho.
He's not down, but he's damaged as he gets kicked in the back.
Någon är letalig.
Jaxson.
Hit.
Right?
Oh, that's that's even worse.
I don't
That's
think
he's probably down.
How much?
Yeah.
That's 15.
Alright.
So he just
Slice him.
insta-kill.
He kind of gets fried, but just falls over.
Yes.
He may have died, but then the lightning kind of resurrected him again with
He went in cardiac.
yeah. He had a heart attack from the shock of the pain, but then he got jump started to life again. Because that's how science works. Remember that.
Yes.
Stay in school.
This is a science lesson of the day.
Out of initiative.
That's the end of initiative. You see people are panicking and running away.
I walk here and I see if medicine check.
On the captain or the sergeant. Okay, yeah, sure.
One you stabbed right through.
I go and help him.
Yeah, nice.
Alright, so advantage.
50 plus medicine. What?
Sure, let's say you managed to...
17.
Or you know what?
17.
That's death save.
He was alive for long enough for you to be able to stabilize him. He was 2 and 2 at that point. I think that's kind of how...
The next person that we slice up.
Yeah, I help him with that.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, but...
I'm gonna see if he's alive for long enough.
He was only 2 rounds.
No, he's actually already stabilized, so...
Wow.
Okay, third person.
Yeah, it was 3 people that
Was
shoot
it?
down. Yeah, because I remember checking that there were 2 of them left.
Yeah, and I did
the
the reaction thing. And
Help again. But I didn't need
Yes.
the first one, so...
Right, yeah, you managed to stabilize them all, actually.
okay,
Wow.
and then get the fuck out.
This was a surprisingly messy start that ended up being surprisingly clean, actually.
Yeah. Stormas decided that
Wow,
you shouldn't kill your way through.
I mean, they all did well on their death saves, so...
I kind of want to...
some of them are in very critical condition still, with their throats sliced up, and you're not sure if they'll actually pull through, but at least
the
for
first
now...
guy who literally stabbed it like that, and like went all the way through my brain.
You don't know how deep it went, he just passed out, you know.
You know, it just
kind of went into the mouth.
You know, the tongue was too...
He just probably cut the tongue off, and he probably never eat again.
He might be mute.
The prospect of him speaking again is quite bad, but at least he's not dead.
He might have some nostril problems, so screw
Yeah,
it.
it's
Potentially.
It's
But
like,
he's alive.
it's like the Batman thing. It's okay to put people in coma, but keep killing them. Nah.
Yeah, and I mean, Batman can shove a man's head into like an electric circuit thing, and they're fine.
You can throw them off buildings.
That too.
Remember this day as the day you almost caught Storm? Captain and Jaxson.
Yeah, what the hell should we do
We should
now?
go back now. I don't
I
think
think we should just give up on that whole redemption thing.
Yeah.
Redemption?
Taking the in out.
Yeah, that will be hard here, yes. So, do we still do the pilfering?
There's no one around. Everyone has run away.
Essentially
Essentially murdering guards.
The bodies might as well
Thinking.
we still do the pilfer's ring, or we go to Venderthal, or we say sorry to the...
I don't think we can go.
I don't think
Say
we can
sorry.
say sorry after this either.
We go and say sorry. We leave a sorry now.
Yeah, no.
We didn't mean to do this, but we had to.
I still want my cash, though. From Clarice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not just wait for the whole vendor, for the whole, that informer or...
Can we just... But then we can't go to Venderthal. Clarice still wants the job done.
Well, we will do that job because it will be easier probably.
Okay then.
So we just head back to the mansion. You and me have to be locked up in there. Not locked up, but like stay put there. So
Yeah.
we should not leave until he
Plus,
comes.
if anyone would happen to come by, it's easy to hide in that mansion.
Yeah.
No?
See, we
You
can
have
just
that
go to the
orb.
basement.
Yeah.
And orb.
Great.
Basement and orb.
Jacob is like, damn, I had this awesome quest slide, and they're like, we're just gonna...
The pace at which you've done progress is so painfully slow.
Yeah, but this is
And,
fucking...
like, I started to get my hopes up for a while as you were moving in the right direction, and then it was like, nah, fam! We sidetracking like crazy now. Alright, well, sure, this is interesting. Okay, so you return to the mansion.
Yeah.
And what? Just wait
Yeah.
for several days? Or
No, we have been gone like 4 days. It's since we started.
No, I don't think it's been that long since you were told that.
I think we have like 2 days, maybe.
No?
2 days that may have passed.
Yeah, I think 2, maximum of 3. Because it's just been like... Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, because you've been doing quite a lot each day.
yeah, maybe.
I think this is like the 3rd day since.
Well,
Honestly, like so far, we've been worse than the Pilfer's Ring. We've been terrorizing the city more.
Yeah.
We've seen nothing like it was the
We
initial
haven't
attack when we
seen
got here.
a
Since
single
then,
Pilfer's
nothing has
Ring.
happened except us like raiding everything.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
They're meant to be the
that's-
stealthy ones.
Yeah, fucking outcast, whatever, nothing. Or yeah,
On the
maybe in
ground.
that fucking house, but we can't walk there because then we get ambushed by guards and stuff. So yeah.
So, I guess we wait.
Alright.
Love
We
that.
stay in the
Doris, during that time, she's still going to go around disguise self and just find anything, just walking around town,
Find
asking
days.
things.
So what parts of the town are you gonna go to?
Let's say, how many districts are there in town? Except for the Messis and the...
So I think it's the 7th one is sharecroppers. So there is the Mathis, Polton, Horst, Varys, Goldberger, Mala, and sharecroppers.
Goldberger. Did you say that?
Goldberger.
Well, Dara is going to go to the remaining
nice.
districts
Sounds
that we haven't been to,
Delicious.
probably,
Food.
Okay.
and go check out things down there.
So yeah, you mainly been in the Bolton and Mathis districts. You went to the Horst district where you found the Halfling Boulevard. But I don't think anyone set their foot in the Mala, Goldberger, or Varys district.
So Mala, Goldberg, and Varys.
Yes. So which one do you want to go to first?
Let's take Goldberg.
Burger. Goldberger district.
Zuckerberg.
If we're still in this city, might as well just check out all those other districts. It's just like,
Yeah. The
want to
first-
join the Pilfer's Ring, go to 24th Street in Goldberg. Nice.
Goldberger.
Large neon sign, everything.
Yeah.
Here we go, Goldberger.
Document real quick.
We got it all.
We got it all.
We've had it all.
With it all.
Everything.
Actually, Pilfer's Ring is actually just the medieval version of Walmart.
So, what are you looking for in particular?
Well, shady places.
Alright, so you're kind of in the wrong part of town.
Yeah.
The Goldberger district is,
Fancy.
well, it's not the Messis district. But it's still definitely not the peasants district, you know. It's pretty nice. Houses are big-ish, not mansions, but still pretty decent. As you're kind of walking around, you find a large estate in the middle of the district. This big, just open space around a big mansion. And if you ask around or try to listen to people, you find out that this is the Goldberger estate, belonging to one of the nobles of the city, one of the noble lords. It's not burger as in ham.
I'm going. Bro,
Well, the brain
No,
doesn't.
it's a
think
burger.
about the gold burger.
It's a burger made
I
out of
want
gold.
that shit now.
Pure gold.
I'm gonna search that shit up.
Yeah, you're probably gonna find
Swedish
find
food
some
of the day.
SpongeBob thing.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, what?
The golden crab.
Oh my god, I'm hungry.
That doesn't even look edible.
that doesn't even look like a ham.
That looks disgusting.
And copyright strike.
Looks so good.
It looks more like a
we get
sandwich.
copyright
than a
strike
hamburger.
by golden burger, you know.
Mhm.
You know.
That looks so
When
good.
you
Not the gold.
when you keep kind of walking around, the second most kind of important
Isn't there like a
building
gold
that you
pizza
manage
or
to
something?
locate is a big temple. The temple does not belong to any of the northern gods. It seems to be a collective temple for all the Fey gods of the southern pantheon.
Damn, that seems like something we should have robbed. No, to talk about.
That doesn't look as good.
No, what I think it's like.
Even from the outside, you can see that it has these like 12 big windows
This
with
is some
stained
crazy
glass.
expensive pizza.
You
get this like
depicts
edible
the gods of the
Yeah,
pantheon.
look at that.
And it's a pretty nice building, but not
I'll
as
get
big
back
as
to that
the
place
cathedral.
later.
Sure.
Or just,
And I
or
would
just
go
search for
in-
world's
Is there anything
most
more
expensive pizza.
special about this district?
It's not
Super special.
No, those two buildings are the main two things that stand out when you're browsing the district, so to speak.
Then let's move on to the next district.
So it's
Varys
Mola
district.
or Varys.
Let's take Varys.
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 Alright, so the Varys district.
Oh my god.
Looking around, you find a keep kind of similar to the keeps of Lord Polton and Mathis. It seems to be like another one of the lords, Lord Varys. There is also, again, a temple that is quite important. It's a temple of Fiora.
Yeah.
Again, it's not as big as the Temple of Air, but it's a pretty decent-sized temple. It's nice. It's basically similar to the Temple of Air, just a bit smaller.
Good. That's a good thing to remember. Now the last one, the Mala district.
The Mala district, of course. This one is a bit different. Going through the Mala district, you see what seems to be a number of embassies. Various other kingdoms seem to have their people representing them here. There are flags of kingdoms like Andronia and Osaria, among others. There are even a few Draxonians here. Obviously, there's still definitely a minority, even in this district, but there's a more notable amount, or more noticeable amount of foreigners here than the other districts, with the exception of the Sharecroppers tract. you find a few different important key structures. There's the Mala Keep. The Mala Keep, however, does not look like the other keeps. Even though the keeps tend to be quite different from one another, this one definitely stands out. It's built with this traditional Jaxsonian design. These curved roofs, a garden surrounding it with strange crooked trees. There's like a lake that has been built in the garden, or you assume that it's been constructed because it seems a bit out of place and too perfectly shaped and all. It's very Zen in this place. Looking around further in the district, you also find a few different temples. You find the Temple of Ifa, which is one of the northern gods. You find a pretty small temple belonging to the followers of Celestra, which is a smaller religion that kind of originates in Celestra city, the sunken city to the north. And there's also a monastery of the Elder Jaxsonians, or the Elders of Jaxsonia, which is the main religion down far south.
Sweet.
But that's the most important stuff that you find in the Mala district.
Then, I assume it's pretty late, so after going through 3 districts.
It would take the whole day to just pass through these things, so you would be getting back really late, actually.
So Dara would then go home, take a long rest, and do another thing the next day. So
Does anyone else want to do anything in the day?
Reading a book.
What book?
A random book in this library.
Alright, just a random book, yeah. Alright, fine.
No, it goes back down.
Should I go to the where they want my head cut off or not?
No.
I don't want problems with them when I'm
But you
in
will
other
get
places.
your head cut off.
Probably.
Yeah, nothing.
Alright. Fritz.
Chilling.
So the three of you just relax in the mansion.
Mm-hmm. I go
while
down to
Dara is
the leaf book and pronounce it differently.
So you return back down there. You see the book closed.
Not this day though.
Sure.
Maybe the next day I will do that.
Well, alright. So the next day then rolls around. Jaxson, you go down there.
Mm-hmm.
The book is back on the altar, exactly the way you found it.
Bitch, I'm about to crack you now.
Oh damn.
I take the book
Mm-hmm.
and I try to read it for the statues.
So you take the book,
Yeah,
kind of
that
face
whole-
Yeah.
towards the statues that are right at the altar.
Well,
so
I go eye to eye,
So climb up all.
I mean, there are 4 of them, and they're separated by some distance, so it's,
Are you just gonna face with every statue when you go to the right line, or
Yeah, I'm gonna try to face do it, tell them the poem, I'm gonna read it for them.
Okay. So you have the thing right here.
Yeah.
Explain what you read and when you move and where you face when you do so.
So, I'm going to, how did the statues look?
They're these carved things, or these half statues that have been carved from the wall.
Assassin man with a crossbow, a tree that is shaped like a girl, a woman, a scythe that's
Well, there's not an
weird
assassin man with a crossbow.
Yeah, it's all
There's a man in robes
with a
that has a bow.
yeah, whatever. And the last
That's
one
the typical storm
is
remembers.
what?
Which ones did you say? Didn't you say all of them?
The girl, the scythe, the assassin man, and the last one was what?
The tree.
The tree was shaped like a girl.
Right, yeah, okay, so that's what you meant.
There was another girl.
There's a shapeless figure as well.
Oh, right.
Veil.
That was the one I...
Yes, so can I do an intelligence check to see, like, which...
You're fucking done.
I know that a reaper of harvest, gathering of the crops, the most sharpest among blades. That's I'm gonna say that to the scythe, the statue.
Sure.
And let's see here. So that one is checked. Can I do an intelligence check on the others? Or something.
Try to connect this yourself, please. It is interesting to hear.
It's actually not that
you
hard.
can do that while I try to read it. Because I will have
Alright, sure. So, you can think about it for a while. Dara, what did you want to do this day?
This day, well, first of all, I was actually going to do something related to this.
Okay.
So I would actually go down. I guess I would meet him doing this thing if it's the same day.
Yeah.
Because Dara wanted to write down what this prayer thing in a separate piece of paper. I just take one paper that is in his
you can find it
his
in
office.
the desk.
Yeah.
On the desk.
And write it down with. I assume he has a pen or a feather or something to write with.
Yeah. And other writing utensils.
I will also explain to Jaxson that Lord... Is it Messis or Messis? Messis is the guy with the bow.
No, Messis is the god.
Yeah. Yeah, that I knew that one. Can do a religion check.
I mean, it's been about an hour, so...
Can do a religion check on each statue. On the tree, and the girl. And the
shapeless figure.
Yeah, the shapeless figure. And the
Plus, aren't they technically in the right order? Is the scythe the third one from the left?
Yes.
But
yeah, so you...
Third one to the left, but scythe is
or
the fourth.
Yeah, then it's
1,
the fourth.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, there's a Messis, and 4 people.
Yeah. No.
Why is
wait.
it Will here?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I would love this.
I can just try this instead. So the first one, the first line I say to everyone, to whoever sees. The second one to the left, the third to the right of the left one.
So you just move.
Yeah, and the last one to everyone.
Okay.
Does anything happen now?
You do that, and once you've done it, because I guess you're still holding the book just kind of changes pages back and forth, and ends up on the same page.
It showed you that you were wrong.
This book, I rip out the page.
Okay, yeah. Crumbles when you
just out of
drop
frustration. Dang it.
Now there is no page there with the text.
Yeah, and the scythe was the third.
Well, the scythe is... I need to pull on myself. Wait.
Yeah. Scythe is on the fourth line, but
it's the third from the left.
Third from the left, yeah.
There's the robed figure with a bow, from left to right. It's the robed figure with a bow. It is the tree,
the
feminine shape.
South.
It's the scythe.
And
then there is the shapeless figure with a veil.
Okay.
Can Dara make just one religion check to see if there's a symbol of Messis somewhere that you should... Or if there's a statue of Messis in the roof or anything?
Sure. Yeah, you can look around and give me a perception check.
$20.
Ooh.
Alright. So, you're looking around, and you can't really see any symbols anywhere. There are no engravings or any statues or anything like that, except for the things that you've already seen, as far as you can tell.
Can I do a religion check on the veiled figure?
Sure.
Yeah. Never mind.
What did you want to figure out anyway?
No, what's it like meant to the religion? So
And then when Dara has written down everything, she wants to go down to the... You know I think it's the chamber with the 5... and with a corridor and...
Where you entered.
Yeah.
Right, yep, you go back to that.
And she's going to read down there the Messis one to the facing the middle core.
If you just stand in the room where you first entered, with facing the 5 doors, and you read the first line.
Yeah, to the first and facing the first one, the middle corridor.
Right.
I assume.
When you do that, you see candles that were along the sides of the room start to light up one by one until all of them are lit.
I will just continue with this, reading up this prayer.
Okay, so do you read the next line just
Yes.
standing there still? Alright, nothing happens.
Then I'm going to face the first one and do the same thing.
Alright, nothing happens.
I go to Dara. Hey, what you doing?
And you see these candles and nothing lit.
What?
I read the first line, and apparently this is what happened.
Let's go inside one of the inside of the where the plates were.
I suppose that might work. We go to the first plate where the second
far left.
Yeah, the one with the bows.
Right, so the first room to the left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you just head through there.
And read the second paragraph.
You just go into the room and you read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, nothing happens.
Let's stand on the plate and read it.
Sure.
So do you do that?
Yeah.
Yep. Now you see that candles in this room also start to light up.
Woo! Let's go to the next one. Woo!
Alright,
Third line.
so which one do you go to?
The
Color of spring, the hole with the...
no that we go to the
Wait, it's the scythe
next
one is the next one.
And yes, the next one is scythe, and we read the scythe one. That's the 4th.
Hey, let's go to the... I think that for... Which one was it with the bright flowers?
That was the one on the far right.
Yeah, we go to that.
We'll go to that one.
So
Right.
we do it in order.
Right
just
order.
double check.
Yes, right.
Yes, the one on the far right.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you go there? Do you go back to the first room, or do you
to
go
the
through the main
We go
chamber?
back to where the first candle started to light up. The main...
So where are all the 4?
Alright, sure. So you go back there. You read that.
on that
And
plate.
the candles start to glow, or start to burn, and you see how the flowers start to not be dried anymore, but return to their full color.
Okay.
Man, the bows really need to measure up a little bit.
Yeah, and let's go to the sick girl.
Yeah.
That's the left one.
Mhm.
And
So you go back,
Yeah.
and you
Same
go
way.
to the one that isn't on the far left, but
Mhm.
still to the left of the corridor.
And stand on the...
You read that, the candles glow.
And then we go to the right one.
So you go
Not
to the last room that you
Yeah.
haven't been to. I assume that you're standing on the plate.
Yeah. No, we are not.
And you read it, and the candles start to glow.
And then we go to the main
Right.
place.
So you
and see
head out into the main chamber.
Yeah.
And read
You
the
read
last...
the last line, and you see how all the torches in this whole main chamber start to glow, all with this goldenish light. This very warm,
Divine light.
this very warm, almost a dawn-like light that just illuminates the entire chamber. And you see over at the altar this little trench thing, right, by it, all of a sudden gets filled with water.
Oh, that's nice. Should we check out the other rooms now?
And the statues also start to glow.
So we should go left.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
We head to the empty left room.
Alright. Hey, you go there. It's still empty, but it's illuminated.
The right room.
Same thing there.
The cave.
Nothing has changed
Oh,
over there.
Then we go to the book and see if anything has changed with the book.
The poem is gone.
Is it
Finally.
opened on another page or?
No. It's empty now. Yep, whole thing. Can't find a single page with any text on it.
Can we still
You see now all the statues, or the carvings, kind of give off different colored shimmering light.
Well, at least it started working.
What now?
Well, perhaps we should take the other Storm and Fritz down.
Yeah,
Alright?
we should do that.
So, Storm and Fritz, are you guys doing anything in the meantime?
Just writing in my book.
Alright.
Life sucks.
Storm, get the fuck over here.
I'm a prisoner.
Huh?
Get the fuck over here.
What are you doing down there?
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff. Okay.
Do you
Oh!
have anything better to do? No, sir.
No, okay, you might be right.
How do you get Storm with you? Do you have
Fritz,
anything?
you're just...
Yeah, I'm like in the kitchen looking for whatever.
Yeah, you're kind of cooking up some very basic stuff with the things that
You have that
find.
one sandwich and you're like, man, this sandwich is gonna be... Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
get
something
that
that
here.
satisfies your hunger.
Okay.
Just like your curiosity was satisfied earlier.
Yeah.
Now so too is your hunger.
I
Grab
ate the
that
rest of
sandwich.
Duran.
In...
You ate the rest of Duran.
Well, I cooked them first.
Wait. So...
That's my food.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm a lizard, goddammit.
Okay, so...
There's mayhem over here.
I do not eat the rest of it.
Say...
No, Storm just cooks this
Did it
stuff.
taste
and
good?
At some point, you kind of walk past and you see how he just like cracks open the skull and just drops the brain into some stew.
Yeah.
Did it taste good?
Yeah, excellent. Kind of chicken flavored, but
Ooh. Chicken
Better than
my
cat.
Very
favorite
fatty.
dish.
You know, the brain.
yeah, I mean, you just made a stew, I guess. And, like,
Oh,
all the,
I'm even more hungry now.
like all the intestines and the brain and
You must be pretty sick if you're like, man, that humans.
yeah, I was pretty hungry before. Now I'm not. So thanks, Simon.
Fuck, man.
Okay, so I guess everyone is down there now.
Yeah.
Storm with his stew.
Oh, it's glow. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Now we have to do
What
something.
did you do?
Read the poem.
By the way,
What?
I should point out that when you guys went over to the wall, the blocked off wall, you hear the sound again.
So, I'm not gonna say hey to that person. Yeah.
As a side note, so that you're aware.
Okay, so you brought me down here with the glowing stuff.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Poem is... The spell is gone.
So when you read the spell disappeared.
Yeah.
That's the spell.
Yeah.
That it
Hey,
kills itself.
look at this. I rip off one page and drop it.
Crumbles.
That's pretty cool.
Spell book. Pretty cool.
Can't steal from it.
So, what now? Should we drink the water?
Well, you can always drink the water
Yeah,
if you want to.
Try.
I smell it.
It's very strange. When you're getting close, it looks so pure and clean that you can barely even see it. It's completely transparent without any of the contaminations that you would expect to see in water in a city. So you get your way too long tongue in it, and it tastes... It tastes almost like, you know, rose petals and water. You know, it has this pure, almost holy taste to it.
And just like that, Storm decided that he should become.
It feels holy. It's kind of the taste of a temple.
That's taste. Holy temple.
How does Holy Temples...
Guys, have you tried the new flavor of this water? It's
like
holy temple flavor.
It's like lace. Holy temple.
You'll get it when you taste it. It tastes holy temple.
You have a bit of a different experience with this. This just reminds you of your youth, of the time of being an Aasimar of Fiora. It's definitely holy. There's almost like an enchantment on this.
I don't like this butter.
It tasted good. Tastes holy as hell.
Tastes holy though.
It almost kind of burns your tongue a bit. Not in a terrible way, just kind of an irritating.
Yeah,
Like kind of when you, for a second, eat something that's too warm. But
Tastes
spit it out. It's kind of like that.
Should we
Fucking
touch
spicy.
the symbols now? They're glowing after all.
Dara's just going.
Which one do you touch?
The Reaper.
So you touch the one that is an octus, as far as you
Yeah,
figure
the dude.
Okay.
Yes.
Jaxson.
Yes!
When you slap the statue, you guys just watch how Jaxson disappears.
Boom! We got him! Craig spelled on the kid. You said it wasn't a spell. You said to me. It's a bro. I'm gonna touch the lady figure.
Do you?
No.
Okay.
This is.
Should we?
We need to touch it. We can't just leave. I already want to die in this fucking place. So you know.
I already want to
Yeah,
die.
fuck this book. The lady tree.
Oh, so okay,
Yeah.
so
The
it's a
lady.
different one.
The different.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
Oh,
the rest of you.
wait, the one is glowing still. Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, you just vanish as well.
But yeah, I thought the octopus one stopped the glowing.
No, that one's still
Okay,
going.
fuck. Well, yeah, tree, big on.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Should
just
we wait for them or should we?
I don't have too good of a feeling about this.
Yeah,
Touch the Reaper.
Jaxson is probably not gonna make it. You hear Jaxson about.
That book says nothing else.
Well, I did write down the poem.
I mean, you,
Everyone is so hyped. The book says nothing else.
well, I'm just like, I'm
These
just hoping
fucking idiots.
I'm just hoping you're not suffering from Jaxson syndrome and like missing the vital information.
Yeah,
Stated.
I mean,
Jaxson syndrome.
it doesn't say feel that bad, but a reaper of harvest, gatherer of crops, and most sharpest among blades. Bless us with thy blood.
Wait, was that the one he touched?
No.
no, he touched the octus one.
What is
Wait,
that?
which was the octopus
the
one?
one with
The one belonging to the guy you met once.
Non-figure, right?
The robed man with a bow.
Oh, which one was... What did Lady Figure say?
That's the fourth one, right?
Let's see here.
No, that's the second one.
Yeah, that's the
It's
second
the second one.
one. Well, the lady figure, Oh, vänta, det var
The
reaper.
lady tree is the one.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he-
Yeah. Oh,
If it's
three.
Octus, it's more, high priest, caretaker of all Fae, and a
That's
labyrinth
the
of
one.
the first
Yeah.
generation. Bless us with thy guardianship.
I mean, you technically know the names now since you went through the
Yeah.
rooms that were labeled with the names. So you would know that Octus is the high priest.
Yeah.
You would know that...
What's the Lady Figure?
Oh, it's that.
But Ver
That
is
is actually pretty
the
good.
color of spring, which is
Ooh.
the one you touch. Crescentia is the spirit of growth, and Meto is the reaper of harvest.
O seller of spring, bane of the frost, and the most beautiful of dryads, bless us with thy blue.
What?
You got the good stuff.
Yeah.
So, what I want to know is what the two of you are doing.
Are you being a pussy?
Oh!
Or
Like,
are you-
we either follow them or we need to take different ones. We cannot even guarantee.
Do you want to be with Swarm or Jaxson?
This is so not what I expected, but also exactly what I expected.
Which one of the remaining is the least bad one?
That would probably be the one without the scythe. A spirit of growth, bringer of prosperity and shimmering face speaker. Bless us with Spectre.
Bad handwriting.
Face speaker.
What think you, Dara?
Bless us with thy virgin.
Divergent?
Virgin. Oh, I was like, this is with thy virgin.
Virgin? That sounds great!
I'm about to get in it.
Sliding into the DMs.
Huh? So what do you do?
Yeah.
Storm, easy choice. You had the easy choice, you know.
Well, I
suppose you should probably take the one. Take one of them you wanted to go, and I'll take the other one.
I'll take the virgin.
So,
What?
I don't know.
Crescentia, the spirit of growth.
So you touch it.
Yeah, okay.
I
Just walk up and you slap that thing and you
And you
Pop
touch
out
the
of his
Reaper.
You become a virgin.
Well, I suppose.
Fucking what
Okay.
the fuck? You're
Dara,
dead.
you, as the last person remaining in the temple, you just kind of shrug, sigh a bit, and just slam the scythe.
Yeah, the one that
But
does.
you just
oh
die
my
immediately.
God.
Jaxson!
Ooh.
You just feel this explosion of colors in your head. And all of a sudden, you just find yourself on the ground, staring up at a familiar ceiling.
Do I see a big fucking tree with a clock in it?
Yeah.
You're staring at a ceiling that you remember seeing right after you came back to life.
Oh.
A sight that you would not forget. You
Reverse
kind of
time.
sit up, and you're on the ground. You see this bridge shaped of roots. You see how the roots all gather into one big tree with a clock peeking out of it inside this massive, massive temple. You see Octus walking towards you. He just
You're gonna get ass whipped.
looks at
I'm
you
gonna
for a moment,
fucked up. Ooh.
almost as if he's waiting for an explanation.
Hello?
I need some notes here.
Not that shit up.
Yes.
Where Jacob is like, God damn it, did you have to go to 4 different ones?
Yeah, this is what is making me suicidal. So,
Yeah, I thought you two would go in like
He likes
hits or
yeah.
something because you hate me.
I swear, if I didn't put 4 different things here, you would not have done this.
Yeah, if it was 5, we would have done the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or if
that's
it was 3.
Yeah.
totally.
It's just because there's exactly one for each person. You all have to jump into different ones.
Don't worry,
How
some
are
of
we
us...
going to find each other again? Is the question.
Oh, you're not. This is, we're splitting up into 4 different campaigns now.
Hey!
We're running on different days. From
Different
now on.
channels. I keep the polymorph one because I came up with the name. Great. Me and Jacob.
You're in different channels.
What?
just
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
do
right.
one
It's
ones,
You know,
different times.
days.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're just gonna expand the channel now. I'm going to end up on suicide watch from being overworked.
I take the Saturday.
I think Sunday.
I take the day Jacob doesn't want. Nice.
So Fridays.
Forward.
And
I'll be a little whenever you feel like it.
Drop in.
oh,
Drop into.
So Octus just looks at you.
hello.
I sense that a temple has been rediscovered.
Yeah. Flu.
And this is your doing.
Yeah. I think so.
And so I can only assume that you use the transportation method to
Well,
end up here. Again.
I didn't mean to. I just like kind of touch it, and I just poof here.
Of course. Simple recklessness. Very well then. As for your friends,
They're
They-
dead forever.
They're back there. I don't know. They were all back there when I touched your face.
he just kind of stops for a second. I sense that one of them has entered the forest of Fae.
You're getting fucked.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, he's screwed.
Well,
Without the guidance, he'll just get lost.
and there's another one.
Okay. Where's that person?
Oh, and there's the... Now all of your companions seem to have entered. Well, the others are with the other heralds. In other parts of Lord Messis' garden.
Okay.
They are far away. Let's just put it that way.
Is there like a way that I can get to one of them?
I could send you back.
Yeah, you can send me back and I can try to guess.
I'm afraid they've all went different heralds.
Did a big dude go? Which did the big dude go into?
I suppose you mean Fritz.
Yeah, I didn't know if you knew.
Of course
his
I
name.
know. I know all of your names.
Oh, you're right.
Wait,
Yeah.
did we meet him? No.
Yeah.
Octus is the guy
Yeah.
that resurrected both
Yeah.
Fritz and Jaxson.
So do you know where he went?
He seems to have visited Lady Crescentia.
And that's the like veil figure.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, you can send me back and I can jump.
Good luck. Some of you might need it.
Wait. What do you mean?
Why?
And
you
just
definitely.
feel this flash of color, but this time the color kind of fades to grey, and you find yourself back into the temple.
Because you said that, I go to the side.
What?
Because
Okay.
Okay,
it
great.
feels like
So,
that's one who needs help.
yeah.
That's the one.
Now you're making assumptions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I make assumptions.
But alright. Yeah,
That's
you
the
move
most
up.
mean,
stupid assumption.
If you have a statue that sort of looks like narrative, then you assume that it's
Well,
dated.
it's just a scythe. There's no one holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything I remember of narrative.
Okay, so you just
That
kind of
is-
reluctantly... I should, but... You slap that scythe, and you just feel this flash.
Is it color?
There is color.
Okay,
But the color is a bit different. It's more of like an orange-ish color.
What was the first?
And the first one is just like all the colors,
Ooh.
kind of just a flash of a
So
rainbow.
it's a downgrade. Fuck.
This one is more of a warmer, autumn-like color scheme with orange, red, and a bit of yellow.
I like that more.
Okay.
You wake up there, and you see Dara. Dara, the both of you are in a darker
We
place
can-
that seems to be underground, much like the temple that you originally came to.
It would be fun if they went there because they couldn't see shit.
The room in which you are is dimly illuminated by warm lights. It's almost like this long road, this underground road. You see that you are at the end of it with a wall right behind you. The road is covered in gravel as if it was in the middle of a forest, and along the sides there are thick but not very tall trees with autumn-colored leaves.
Okay.
On the ground as well, on this along the sides, in between these trees, you see various crops growing, like wheat, tomato plants. no weed. Various types of grain. And it just goes on along this path. And you see at the opposite end of this path, there is almost like a small altar. And the light seems to kind of accumulate into one point where, although there are multiple of these warm lights along the path, the focus of them seems to be on this altar. And it's lit more... It receives the focus. It's kind of a focal point of this entire place. Dara, you've already had time to stand up and look around a bit. Jaxson, you're just kind of sitting up and trying to get up, you know.
Yes.
You're a bit dusty from the gravel, but the gravel is very clean.
That feels like weird gravel, but
This is weird.
This path is, as I said, it's quite wide, not very high in the ceiling. It's got this kind of arched ceiling, though.
Should we go? Hi, Dara.
where did you come from?
From the temple.
So you weren't in any danger.
No, I met the dude, he was quite nice. But some of us are in danger. I don't know which one, though.
Probably not you at the moment.
So you didn't ask which one of us are in
No,
danger?
he said that when he snapped me back.
Some of you might be.
He said some of you need, good luck or something. And that's probably because they're in danger. And this is the Reaper.
Well, I suppose so. It's
Excellent
How did-
production, Watson.
How were you able to get back?
He snapped his finger. Yes. And I went back.
Great. So we need someone to snap their fingers.
You need to find all the flagstones.
And why the fuck
right.
did you all go in different places?
Yeah,
He said that.
That's actually a good question.
You can just follow me, guys.
Well,
Well, you can understand that Storm didn't.
Yeah, storm is a hard word, but stream-friendly word.
we were assuming it was supposed to be some of the... You had to go to different places, but that's besides the point. Let's get back. That altar might
Just
have...
go to the altar, yeah.
Alright. So you're starting to walk forwards. You step one step at a time. You hear this crunching sound of each time your foot pushes its way into the gravel. As you're walking, it seems like the corridor for a while just gets longer, but you're still making progress. You see all these fruits along the path, all ripe and ready to be eaten.
What fruit?
Well, it's from the trees. You can see apples, pears, and oranges. All
You
kinds
should
of
definitely eat those.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap.
Nap?
He's going to take a nap.
There's like a low-hanging branch that you just pull and it lets go.
And just like that, the tree attacks it.
Perfectly shaped and colored apple.
I take a bite.
And it's one of the most delicious things you've tasted in your life.
Kill you.
Despite having grown up around some of the finest food in the Dawn world, this apple cannot be compared to any of that. This is a divine fruit.
You should
It tastes totally terrible.
Does this burn my tongue?
No, this is something different.
Oh, this is amazing. Take a fruit. You won't die. Just do it.
Just because you took it and haven't died yet doesn't mean that I won't die from it.
It's going to Eden.
It's worth
Adam?
even.
How do you say that?
Adam and Eve,
I don't know. Yeah, right. His name's.
not Eden.
No.
Adam.
Swedish.
Adam is trying to trick Eden.
Yeah. Here's your vibe.
Adam means Adam, not Eden.
Swedish
I'm
name.
good.
Why? It's very good.
I don't know if it makes you, addicted to it or anything.
Am I addicted?
You don't feel addicted.
I'm not
Of course you
addicted.
want more because it's delicious, but you can resist. It's just like any other food.
It's like food. It's just good
Plus-
food.
We need to get out of here.
More
Not
for me
eat.
then.
Fine. Take fruit if you want
So
to.
you kind of walk, take a bit of everything, like a pear,
Yeah.
a big juicy green pear. You take
Take it
an
down.
orange,
Yeah.
you see some plums, you get it like
Whoa.
tomato from...
Whoa.
No, tomatoes disgusting.
You're kind of thinking like, oh, what is this? Oh no, it's a tomato, never mind.
Yeah.
But you see all kinds of fruits
I
and
put
vegetables.
them in my backpack.
Yeah, you just walk with your backpack, like, plucking, just putting it down
There's
there.
plenty for everyone.
Eventually you do reach the end of the road.
Yeah.
And as you are this
Really,
close,
actually, hungry.
you see that this pedestal, this altar, there is a blade.
Ha.
Sigh.
The blade of a scythe sticking out with the shaft being pushed down into the pillar-like pedestal. Completely merged down there.
What color is the room?
It's kind of this dark stone,
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
but it's been illuminated by this warm, orange, reddish, golden light that kind of shimmers and shifts. It's hue.
So how much fruit is it?
Just fill the bag, like a bag
You
full
had
of...
poisons, and
No,
now
in a vial, okay? Like, they're not like...
6 poisons. And
One has
now,
been, it's
Five.
acid. It's
Yeah.
one.
Yes,
Oh.
same thing.
They just...
But the vials are
Unreal.
quite small, so it's about
Okay.
like half a bag full of food. 'Cause if you, like,
I thought it was
fill
like
it's gonna get
these
squished and stuff.
potions.
No, they're like this size.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
And they're not like the bulbous shape, they're more like a cylindrical...
How many fruits would it be?
Oh, wow. We'll do the maths later, I can't be bothered.
12.
There's melons as well, that's...
Oh!
I don't take melons.
Why are you sucking
Because
me,
they
yo?
are...
Well, they're like small tiny melons.
Okay, how many melons do I take?
What is that in English?
Are you sucking me?
You're tempting me.
Yeah, tempting or...
Oh, first golden burger.
Swedish
then
feeling of the
Gold
day.
burger. Oh my god, I want to eat this gold burger.
Oh,
I am so suktad.
so
Swedish feeling of the day.
Suktad.
Yeah.
I'm
Tempted for food, basically.
Yeah. So this altar, Dara's going to look for anything that can lead us home, I suppose.
How can you fucking
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, even though if you get nat 20.
You're kind of just plucking the last fruits. It's like, I should help. So you...
16.
Alright, yeah, there's nothing that you can...
Yep.
Fine.
Maybe you can touch it. I touched the altar.
You touch the scythe or the altar? Just like the stone
The
pedestal?
altar first.
You just touch that, nothing.
Then I touch the side.
What part of the scythe?
The hammer.
So you touch the little part of
You
the shaft,
become
but
the Green Reaper.
it's still
Yeah.
sort of outside the pedestal. As you do that, you hold it there. You kind of feel it. Are you going to try to pull it out, or do you just hold it?
Sure, I can try to push
Alright. When you kind of get a good grip and start to pull, you just hear this voice echoing through this entire pathway. You are not worthy.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's this explosion of energy
Oh.
that just throws you backwards into the wall. Just BAM!
Bam!
Jaxson!
You
Oh,
take
no.
14 bludgeoning
Oh, I
damage.
thought 40.
No, 14.
No, 40.
Then I would be
As you're being thrown
14.
back with your back first right into the wall.
Ouch.
Some of your fruit gets squished.
Oh no.
I didn't
Now
have
your bag is
squish.
completely like a mess.
So-
Fuck.
Yeah, not the fruit.
Not the fucking
Your
burger.
turn.
This voice seems to come from everywhere at once. Just
Holy
surround
voice, do you know how we get out of here?
The holy one.
It just takes us, like a second goes by. And you're, I can take you out of here. And it goes back to
Should we do that
silence.
and find others?
I should touch this.
Yeah, Dora, touch your side. You can be worthy. Come on.
Yes, I'm going to do a will thing and just gonna roll for it to see if I want to.
Okay, sure.
Dara touches the side.
Okay, so you're reluctantly moving up and you also grip this thing and you start to pull. And right as you do that, same explosion. And you both hear the same voice saying the same thing.
You are
not worthy.
How do I become
9
worthy?
damage.
Your lizard friend is
Are you asking?
probably worthy.
So, again, a second goes by.
Or not. Definitely not.
Your intentions are impure.
I don't have any intentions.
Do not try to lie. Mortal.
Okay, should we get snapped back?
What did you say? I didn't hear because I heard a growling noise from a certain member of this group.
I asked Dara if we should get back.
No, could you please send us back
Yeah.
if we're unworthy of this place?
Just a second goes by. You are not unworthy of my god. You are unworthy of wielding me.
Oh, you are. Oh.
Oh.
What can you do when we wield you?
You might know if you are pure, but now as you are not, and thus shall not know.
You can take us back now, please.
Just a few moments go by. If that is what you wish. There's that
Ni hade en gratis... You hade
Flash.
3 wish then.
so this flash of orange and red that fades to grey, and you're both back in the main chamber.
Now it's a question. Fritz or Storm?
Well,
We both know the questions.
Yeah.
The answer to this.
we all get the Fritz one.
We all go. Right.
Oh yeah, the scythe might be in danger. The thing,
Then we should get
Alright, so Fritz. When you touch the thing initially, you see this grey that turns to a white, bluish color. Or it's more like a turquoise, a bluish green shifting color. And you wake up and you see a field. Just a field with medium tall grass of an unnatural color. This light blue grass. And there's mist surrounding you so that you cannot see the sky or more than a few feet in front of you. It's just this eerie silence. You hear in distance what sounds almost like a cricket.
PTSD from this.
But it's a slow sound. It's not these quick little... It's more like a long, quiet sound. Almost a bit ominous. But it's distant. And it doesn't sound like a pig. Or whatever that is. But you're in this field, and right around you, you see that it's kind of like the patch where you arrived has kind of been trampled over time. It's not as the grass is on it's trampled to the ground rather than being tall. So you're in a small valley in this field. And obviously you can't see how far this field goes or in what direction you should move. This cricket-like sound is in front of you, then the next moment it's behind you, kind of moves around. You hear the wind as well. What do you do?
I guess I assume I am lying down.
Yep. No.
I look, because it's like... Is it... I mean, it's bigger than me, like multiple people are there. What do you say it's trampled down?
Yeah, it's like a 10-foot diameter circle around.
But it's just, it's not like, that people have gone.
Nope. Just a perfect circle.
And the cricket noises, I mean, it
Just
ran.
moves around you.
Is it like a constant, or is it just random?
It will be in front of you, and then it kind of fades as it gets stronger to the right of you, and then to the left. It just moves seemingly at random. It will fade in and out in the different directions. Never more than one place at a time. Always just one.
Then I see nothing else.
Nothing. The mist or fog is too dense. You can see maybe 15 feet in each direction before the mist gets too dense.
I'd like to enjoy the silence for a few minutes.
So you just kind of sit there.
It's like, I was thinking about doing something, but I was like, you know what, it's kind of cozy.
Once you get past this initial kind of creepy feeling of it, it's very peaceful.
Yeah.
It's actually quite nice to just for once have a moment of calm without storms.
What the fuck?
Random
And then
mists.
Jackson's gonna fall down with his crotch on my head.
So you're just sitting there, kind of.
And a virgin appears.
The virgin appears.
You feel the ground, and it's almost a bit damp.
It's a little moist.
It's not cold, but it's not warm either.
You met.
Swedish.
The next Swedish word of the day is you met. Kind of lukewarm, but yeah.
Lagom.
Lagom.
Swedish word of the day, lagom. You've probably heard of it before.
And if you haven't, then we're not going to explain it to you because it's too difficult.
Again.
There is no actual explanation for it. It's just lagom.
Yeah.
You just
not too much, not
well,
too
it's not perfect. It's not perfect either.
It's perfect
It's just
either.
like you just know when it's lagom because it's just like you just
Not too much, not too little. Yeah.
But that's not necessarily it either. Yes.
Let's not get into Swedish philosophy.
Yeah.
But you just relax there for a moment.
Yeah.
You think you see something in the mist in front of you after a few minutes have passed.
The Mistwalker is calling.
A human.
It's just a movement. You can't tell if it's just the mist that is shifting or what it is. But there's a movement, and there's almost like a shimmering trail left behind. Almost like these tiny little particles of light are just hanging in the air, each of a different color, but they're ranging towards these kind of pastel colors.
Is it moving towards?
No, just like where you saw the movement, there are these light particles just hanging there in the air, left behind.
Yeah, but
whatever it was.
It's not.
No, just one movement and then gone, just in front of you in the field.
Use of justice. How far-ish away does this look to me?
Right at the cusp of what you can see.
I slowly make my way towards where the moon is.
Alright, so you make your way towards the end of this, or the edge of this circle of trampled grass. And as you do, you see how the grass in front of you just parts. Just leaves a path open for you.
Some like Moses.
Yes. It's the Moses of grass.
I thought of it.
I almost said Jesus, but I know it's not him.
You're not
walking on grass, so
Try to walk on
I
it.
parked grass, yes.
Well, now you just need to split the ocean in half.
So is it just where I've been, or is it like a path?
it's just a few steps is what you could take before the grass is like still in its original position.
Is the like almost light thing still in the air?
It kind of fades when you approach.
So I won't have time to study them.
When you get closer, they become weaker until you can't see them anymore.
Do I notice any other movement?
No, not move.
Can I just make a quick roam? Well, a slow roam around the
circle
field, yeah, like
when you do,
10 foot.
you see that this little opening kind of moves with you, so it closes behind and just parts wherever you're on your way.
But there's nothing else that I noticed.
No. The field looks exactly identical in each direction, and when you move towards the edge of the circle, it's, you know, with being able to see 15 feet away from it due to the mist, it's just a field in every direction, nothing that tells any other part from the rest.
No tilting, nothing.
It's all just the same.
Hello?
There we go.
Say these words and you hear this echoing of your own voice. Staying, hovering around you. You hear the echoes almost move in a circle around you as well.
So now we...
So now I'm going to go insane.
Yep.
Probably.
Hello?
Then they slowly fade, although it takes a bit longer than it would normally. It does go away.
Uh-huh.
Also, I wasn't the one who got fucked. You three got fucked.
So basically,
Are you sure about that?
so basically, Fritz is trapped in
Are
purgatory,
you sure about that?
and this guy is probably going to get killed.
And we
You
were...
guys are lost forever in heaven, and I'm dead.
I actually think purgatory would be better.
So you're lost in hell forever.
Probably. Because I'm going to hell for
There is no
everything I've done.
response though.
How long would...
There's no response though, even though no matter how long I wait.
Ding dong, which got shot, another
How long will
dead.
this take until we follow him?
No. You already know
10
that
years later.
when you entered the Forest of Fae and you spent an entire day in there, you
Right.
left and it had only been about 10 minutes.
Well, have they been in Force of Fate?
When you went to the...
You're in the Force of
he
Fate.
was.
Yeah. No, Octus, the first
How many years would have passed? It's like, old man, storm coming up. And short off.
Oh,
So you already know
Remember
that
this day.
time seems to work a bit differently.
cool.
So we're gonna meet Baby Storm.
But
Nice.
I went directly to Dara.
You know,
I don't
sometimes
wanna-
time is on your side, sometimes time just hates you.
I want to go, but I don't want to lose the circle. But I don't have any rope or anything.
Don't you?
So you're just like leave copper coins wherever I live.
Right, yeah, you just drop copper. So you start moving through the field.
Yeah.
Open.
Like every 5 feet, well, like 10 minutes.
When you move through, the grass stays parted behind you. So you can kind of follow the path all the way back.
So you don't do the...
Do you just move in a straight line away from the circle, or...
I feel like that's the safest way.
Take 3
If
lives.
I don't think my brain's too big.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. I don't want to confuse myself too much.
As you do, you kind of see how the mist also almost parts. The mist kind of moves, leaving a trail so that you can see all the way back to the circle, despite if the mist was there, you would not be able to see. You know, it kind of clears the path wherever you go. And you move through these fields. You just walk there for a few minutes. Then you see in front of you another circle. You just keep going. You enter that circle.
Yeah.
Alright? So, the grass parts, and you find yourself in the circle. This one is bigger. And you see at first the mist is covering more than half of it, but then all of a sudden the mist, almost as in a burst, just disappears away and clears your vision over this entire circle. And in the middle, you see this figure covered in a veil of gossamer that goes all the way down to the feet. Just hovers about half a foot above the ground. You see the feet from underneath the veil just kind of dangling. And there's just this calm moment where this figure that you can just barely see through the veil, as it is very thin fabric. You can kind of see this dark figure through this white veil. Just hangs there in the air. Silent.
Don't say something now.
No.
Don't do anything.
Hello?
Again, when you say hello, you hear this just around you.
Jag trodde inte det här skulle vara scarigaste rummet.
Figure just kind of twisting its head. Looks up. And you see now the shape of a face kind of pushed through the veil. It looks vaguely feminine. Just looks at you. You see these eyes. You don't quite see them, but you feel them looking at you, studying you. Silence. Okay, you just kind of like hello, like that. The eyes, you just feel them moving with your movements, just following you. But still silence.
Is the way still parted?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Just kind of,
Disappear.
Yeah.
you can see all the way back to the first circle.
Oh, no.
Hello?
You see around this figure there is this shimmering light as well. These pastel lights.
How far away is the creature? Where's like...
I'd say the circle is probably about 40 feet in diameter, so she's in the center, so about 20 feet away.
I make my way halfway to her.
So you approach about 10 feet.
Yeah, quite very slowly.
You see that this figure is quite big.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Just still hovers there. Head now tilted a bit.
Can I see
more
it any
downwards.
clearer?
A little bit. But it's still... There's this kind of omnipresent light that makes it so that you can see in general. And you just see it like shining through the veil, and this... what seems to be a very dark body shines through this. But you can't tell if it's actually dark or just the shadows causing it.
It's still just staring at me.
Yeah.
I'm a little closer.
Yeah.
Still just
How close?
like 5 feet.
So you're about 5 feet away. I still just kind of following you, just twitching its movements. You reach out. Alright, as you do, you see a hand shoots out from this veil and grabs yours.
Oh!
For a moment there's just this flash of white, and then you just... You get this vision of this field now cleared from all its fog, and there's a tree growing in the middle, and you see it going from almost like a sapling size all the way to a gigantic oak. And you see how the seasons pass by, and every time it turns to spring, it just blossoms. It's a magnificent sight. The leaves are so dense and colorful. The fruits that grow on this thing, they're not natural, but they grow. And for some reason, winter never seems to come. It's just a cycle of spring to summer to autumn to spring.
That's nice.
And every time you think you see frost pushing its way through, it just immediately disappears. And then the vision fades and the figure is now again about 20 feet away from you. You're back at the entrance to this circle. Jaxson and Dara. You guys both just find yourselves on the ground in this circle, and you see a pathway, mist surrounding you, but the pathway is clear, and you see Fritz standing at the other end.
Fritz! Fritz!
You're there by the spirit, and you hear voices further away, these echoing voices kind of moving around yourself. Familiar voices just spinning around your head. You both hear your own voices all over the place as well.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
This is cool!
This is cool! This is cool! This is cool!
You see how the spectre in front of you kind of looks above you and away past you at your two companions. Although you have not yet seen this figure.
I go to Fritz.
Alright, Dara?
Say?
Okay, so you both start to follow this path. And as you approach, you see this figure now, the 7 foot tall, gossamer
bird?
figure hovering in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception.
Can you perhaps take us back to where we are?
See how the eyes just dart over towards you, and you feel this glance on you. This gazing stare. Looks.
I guess that's a no.
It doesn't really speak.
Well, it may not need to speak if it just knows how to get us home.
I'm role play.
True.
True.
Have you tried touching it?
Yes, it's just weird. It was this weird like visions of the seasons. Very strange. There was no winter there. I'm not quite sure what this was supposed to mean.
Maybe we need to find the thing it showed. Or like the place it showed.
Jaxson, you might be able to touch it.
I don't punch it. Uppercut it.
You go up to it,
Yeah.
and you just...
No. I just... Hello!
Okay, so you reach out with your hand as if to shake it. And again, this hand just shoots out. Before anyone can react, it just grabs Jackson's hand. Not in like a handshake, more like this.
And
this
pulls me.
And you just see how Jaxson, it's thrown back towards you and just lands in the grass in between you. You get the same vision as Fritz.
Ooh.
Of this growing tree, burgeoning.
Do I see anything like more specific, like something other than the tree, the like the spots?
Give a perception check.
13.
The field is the same field that you were in.
Exact. Spot
It seems like.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't see the circles or the paths, but it seems to be the exact same height of the grass, the exact same color everything. The mist off in the distance, kind of just preventing you from seeing eternally.
Okay. So how are we getting out of here and finding Storm? Because I guess he's the one in trouble.
Yeah, Fritz doesn't even question where Storm is. Oh, you two are back together? Great!
The Storm is like,
He's just a
if we
co-worker.
have to I expect to be like a TPK. It's like, so what you gotta do about this, Bob? 2 gold pieces if you don't kill me.
2 gold burgers!
2 gold burgers!
Hey, wanna join my pirate
Side of
crew?
silver.
You guys will be pretty great.
Eventually, the vision fades.
Okay. So,
You wouldn't know what happened to our co-worker.
that dude I slapped on the statue said he was in the forest, like Fate Forest.
Yeah.
So he's dead, I think.
Did you go directly to Jaxson? Or did you,
No, Jaxson went to me.
Yeah.
considering that? Oh,
He snapped me back and said that someone else needed good luck. And I guess you guys did need luck, so
Yeah.
there's one more to
it
go.
legit sounded like you said, he said the gulag.
I follow
Sent to the gulag?
I follow the
I
co-worker.
was in a place where there
but I
were
still don't get
a
luck.
magical scythe, which just claimed that we were not worthy and just slammed us into the
Taste
wall.
this fruit, dude.
Storm needs to understand the power of friendship.
Eat the apple.
I think,
This spirit just watches you as you take up
That
fruit.
shit, man.
Yeah.
So fucking weird.
This is so much better than anything you've ever had. To Jaxson, I mean, he's had some pretty nice food, but to you never even had the food of the
Even better than elk.
I start crying.
Yes, this is actually like you feel your eyes just tear up.
Yeah.
This divine fruit just blesses you, your soul. You just feel
Oh.
boned.
You ain't a
feel
virgin anymore.
blessed.
I ain't a virgin no more.
Big fruit, fuck.
Guess what?
Congrats.
I open my bag.
Life or death.
More of those
Light
back in the
shines out of my
the
bag.
Reaper statue.
You just hear the song of angels in your head.
When I close this stops.
Right.
Oh. So, yeah. Now get good food.
But anyway, that doesn't. What did your vision say?
A tree. It didn't say anything. It looked like a tree. It's quiet.
Is there that tree over here somewhere? Or?
Do you see a tree?
It's just mist.
No.
Walk through the mist, idiots.
Let's run through the mist.
Was that
Well.
Storm?
I
I heard this terrible
Dora's going to
noise.
try to touch this spirit-like entity just to see that vision as well.
Yep, the exact same thing happens, and when Dora's done that, she's thrown back to the place where you are, and you see how the spirit now begins to leave.
Oh.
Walks
What?
out the right, like when you come to the circle, from the middle, it's like 90 degrees to the right.
Let's follow
And
it.
you see this shimmering trail being left behind, and the grass does not part when the creature or entity moves into it. It just goes through the grass. The grass just stays there, and it moves completely through it.
Let's follow.
Yes.
Alright? So, when Dara's recovered, you just see that the spirit is gone. but
We
there's a
don't care
shimmering
if she recovers.
You start following. You go
Yes.
in a straight line.
What was that?
And wherever you go, you see this shimmering trail in front of you that fades as you get too close to it. And after about 5, 6, 7 minutes, maybe, of just walking in a straight line, you find yourselves at the bottom of a massive tree.
Oh,
This tree is bigger than anything you've seen before.
Is this like a teak tree?
Bigger than
oh yeah, the tree fly.
Yeah.
Man, it's been ages since I saw that. But yeah,
Well, it's like
close.
Hey,
huge.
The mist
the
prevents
fruit.
you from seeing all of it.
Maybe it's like
But-
a redwood size.
Can we
Looking
see
up,
fruit?
just the roots right in front of you is as big as a normal tree.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the mist?
Can you hear us, tree?
The entity seems to be gone, and you see this trail going upwards.
Trail.
Is it
This trail that the spectre leaves
Is
behind.
it possible to climb the tree?
Potentially. You see that the tree seems to be almost twisted in a weird way, where it's shaped kind of like a spiral, or at least the shell of the tree. This outside part of it just spun around.
Let's climb the tree
Maybe one of us should climb the tree first.
and leave the other two.
Let's start with one and then we take the others. If necessary.
Who of us would be good at climbing?
Dara.
I doubt I would.
You have high athletics,
True.
which is what you used to climb.
I mean, it would probably be one of you who are good at
Maybe
climbing.
we can just talk to the tree, you know, and get us back. Hello, tree. Can you get us back?
And there's no response.
The tree is retarded. The R word.
Retarded.
Banned.
I said the R word.
Yeah, that's a terrible word.
Yeah, so I didn't say. Yeah.
You could just say the tree
You
stupid.
just call each R-word. I
Yeah.
put down in
Hard
my
R.
And
bag
just like that,
and
we're
attempt, like, is this boy sturdy? to climb
So you
it?
start kind of feeling, and you
Yeah.
can get proper grip almost anywhere where these twisted lines go. And you can just kind of climb along it and everything. It wouldn't be difficult at all. It's mainly just that you need the stamina to remain on there. But technique-wise, super easy.
Rick Dara.
I
Yeah.
take his bag and climb too.
Okay, so you climb with 2 bags.
Wait,
Yeah.
I took it off so
No.
it would be easier to climb.
Yeah, but
No.
like we will, if we get away, we won't have the bags.
So, yeah, but
Yeah.
I might as well just take my bag instead
Yeah.
of you take
Please
2 bags.
take bag.
Just throws it back up like, say!
Try to catch it. An athletics check.
Hope you don't have anything
Just-
valuable in it.
I don't think I have anything really in it.
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Damn, that's iron.
That's 20.
You just yeets the bag up.
Yeah, and I was
Fritz catches it and pulls it over the shoulder.
Let's climb.
Grabs the other hand, gets it over the other shoulder as well.
And now I climb too.
Yep. So Dara, do you stay on the ground or do you try to climb?
Well, I guess it's time to try to climb.
At least you don't weigh that much, so it's not too difficult. You're
Long
pretty
legs.
tall, so you have long arms and legs. So it's not too difficult for you either.
Long leg boy.
You can kind of compensate for your weakness. So Fritz, you're the one who's like in the front, leading this climbing expedition. As you've been climbing for a few minutes, you kind of feel how this tree shifts. Or you're not sure if it is shifting or if you are, but all of a sudden you're almost pushed inside it.
You.
And you just feel like you're falling, but when you're looking around you, you're being carried upwards. Jaxson, you just see Fritz disappear in front of you. As you catch up to that same place, the same thing happens to you, where you're rolling, pushed into the tree, and you're also carried upwards. Dara, the same happens to
Do
you.
we have any idea how high we are at this point?
You just see the things just
I jump
swishing
down.
by.
Voila.
There's no jumping.
No, before I go in, I just jump
Yeah,
off the tree.
You're being pulled, and there's nothing that you can do. Eventually, all 3 of you find yourselves at the crown of this tree. There's like a planet.
Jag kommer inte... Det kommer inte
Oh,
ta
like the
någon
thing.
gång.
And the 2 of us.
No, like
Oh,
Did you
Okay.
play?
Yeah.
you're all up there at the crown. There's like a gap. The leaves are formed almost as in a circle around you, and there's just this platform platform that's been naturally shaped. You're not sure how you made it all the way up here, but now you're here.
Okay.
And there is, in the middle of this platform, this spectre.
Can we go back down?
It just turns, looks at you. Every one of you, one time.
Jaha, nej.
Just waits.
Ja, Marcus hoppar med.
Dara decides to touch it, or try to touch it.
Alright, you move up,
Ja,
You fly out of the tree.
disappear.
Då frågar Stoffer.
What did you do that for? Now it's gone.
No, Dara.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Yep, you just run up, charge towards it,
attack
looks
it.
at you, you touch the veil, and you
Attack it.
Good shot.
Okay, you
No.
throw yourself at it.
Yeah.
Ja, det.
Well, I walk. Make
You just kind of watch them vanish in front of you, so you
Little my little
walk
horse.
towards it.
But oh no, Fritz doesn't get out. He gets pushed down.
Yeah,
Fritz is like,
backhand slaps you.
You're not worried.
Yeah.
Fritz is like, oh, this is actually a pretty good, nice place when you get over the creepy mist and
Where's the
echoes.
food though?
Vad nuddade ni dem för någonting? Lulle ringde. Sorry.
Language,
What did they touch?
the spectre, and they were all
The
brought
virgin.
back to the...
Yeah. The virgin isn't a
Great,
virgin
let's
anymore,
find
it's
out
an
how I
animal.
died. Or is it the cliffhanger again, you fucking faggot?
Well,
No,
Oh, that is not a good word.
Oh, right.
jeez.
That is not good word.
Like, for 2 streams we've been fine, and then it's like 10 times in one session. Like, Jesus.
I expected Marcus to slip up. Sorry.
He did.
But I expected that.
I only said bar words.
Well, I
though.
expected that to be the main thing. That.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired at this point.
Yep, understandable.
Yeah, you haven't done anything for a
But you
long time.
all return, and you touch this last thing. The last figure on this wall that has not been touched since the storm laid his hand upon it.
No,
We're all
we
going
don't
to
do
hell.
that. We go and live our life.
You know,
Nah.
We go to Lady Clarice and said, oopsies, Storm is dead.
Oop! Storm did an oopsie! And now he's gone!
So,
Nah,
so we can
Dara-
take his gold.
Yeah.
You're transported, and there's this flash that turns to green and a limeish yellow.
I wonder where we're
And
headed.
that is where we're going to end.
Bruh!
But it's okay, because you're going to get some nice solo time in the beginning of the next one. Because you've not been doing that much in this last hour or whatever.
I'm figuring that this long time is him hiding behind a tree, but please don't notice me, please don't notice me, please don't notice me.
But you don't know because the time in the fire is weird. So he might appear exactly like 1 second after him.
True.
Or
Yeah, that would have been...
Old Man Storm is coming back.
Or
Back.
Storm won't
Storm
come
has
back.
spent an entire lifetime there. Alright, well,
Yeah, we
That's
call
it.
their
Say
storms like
pirates.
80 or something.
that's it for this session. So, I would say this was better than some of the other ones that we've had recently.
Mm-hmm.
Objectively speaking.
There was a
Did we level up?
No. This one was still pretty messy in a way, but it was it was progress in one way. At least he did something that is potentially useful.
No genocide.
Potentially useful.
We tried to.
Who knows?
Who knows? The one I touched was useful.
Who knows?
Yep.
Who knows?
Or someone can take the fucking Reaper blade, but probably not, because everyone has dumb intentions at the moment.
Either way,
No,
we're gonna end
you
the
have
session here,
good
so,
intentions.
You want the inn to go away.
Yeah.
You have so pure intentions that you just want to sell. You have so pure intentions that you want to sell the Reaper blade to someone who has pure intention.
True.
For a lot of money.
Alright, well, we're gonna end the stream there, so if anyone is watching, let me check
Probably
the chat.
not.
Yeah, probably not.
But that's fine.
One viewer, and that's me, I guess. so.
Donate. My Swish is
0766. What?
You're gonna dox the
How do they know which country it comes from?
Swedish word of the day!
Swedish!
Well, you actually said a German word of the day, so that
Yes,
we might be
actually.
Germans.
Yeah. English word of the day.
British word of the day.
Word of the day.
Alright,
It's
well,
day.
Mate.
have a good one.
Yep.
Yeet.